2024 Next Level Benedictine Football. BC fans, support your cadets as they face the most challenging football schedule in their 122-year history. Be there Friday, September 20th at Memorial Stadium, 7:30 p.m. as the four-time state champs take on Westminster in a gridiron battle you won't want to miss. 2024 BC Football, the next level.
Good evening and welcome to Memorial Stadium as we get ready for another night of high school football here. BC back at it after a long layoff here as obviously the trip to Ohio did not happen. So the cadets now have gone 20 days without playing a high school football game. Certainly an odd spot to be in the middle of a season. But here we are once again as Westminster with the return trip back here to Savannah in 2024. I'm Kevin Thomas. Good to have you along here on this Friday. Flying solo tonight. Christian Gokel, we love you. We miss you. We'll see you when you get back with us next week against the Ware County Gators. And again, that's when region play opens and it gets real. But this Westminster team coming in 3-1 and a game last year, if you remember, the trip by BC up to Atlanta. Luke Crowenhawk, couple of touchdown passes early. BC got up, and then in the blink of an eye, Westminster changed their kind of offensive scheme, went single wing on it, and started running the football at the cadets and made a super intriguing game of it before the cadets finally pulled it out. So what will we see tonight here on the return trip remains to be seen. But a lot of excitement here at Memorial Stadium Youth Night tonight, where we celebrate the what will be the future cadets here of the program pregame, and then we get ready for BC and Westminster. So you look at the cadets 1-2 on the season, just their fourth game tonight. This will be Westminster's sixth game already of the season. So you start talking about getting late into the year. Thank you so much. As one of the cadets brings me my roster back, which flew over the top deck here at Memorial Stadium. So a little bit of everything happening here on this Friday evening. So I'm glad you're with us here. But again, so the sixth game tonight for Westminster and just the fourth game of the season for BC as they get back at it after, the trip to Ohio did not happen, had an off week the week before. So it's been a minute since they got out here, and certainly we go through on the Barnes pregame show. That is the key tonight for BC. Come out. It's kind of like starting the season over again, in that you've had a long layoff. You haven't had anybody to go up against other than yourselves, and you got to come out and kind of start the momentum of the season over again. And so much about football is routine. And so far it's been anything but routine. You've played at Georgia Southern. You've played up at Buford. You've come back home and played just one game here. And then you had 3 weeks off, essentially. So anything but routine for the cadets. Certainly they're adept and more than capable of handling that. And we'll see how they do it here tonight after such a long layoff. I know Danny Britt said, hey, maybe it happened at a good time. Some guys were banged up after the early start. You get a couple of weeks off. Everybody, for the most part, is healthy. As a matter of fact, the only one I think on the injury list, John Lilly, who will not play tonight, senior tight end for the cadets. Everybody else who wasn't already out for the season, pretty good shape. Had a chance to get healthy and get ready to go. So should see a recouped and a refreshed BC team. Now the question is, can they come out from the jump and get things going? I think if my compadre Christian Gokel was here, he'd say come out and just do what you do. Run what you do early and establish what you do and kind of shake the cobwebs off and get after it. Get the juices flowing early and go take it to this Westminster football team, because next week it starts for real. And you talk about the region of doom, as people have referred to this region that BC is in tonight. Next week it's Ware County. The next week it's Warner Robins. The next week it's New Hampstead, who is, again, score one loss record-wise, has had a tough go of it, but has an offense that can put up points. Then you get Wayne County and Jessup, tough place to play, although they have been struggling. And then Perry at the end of the season, no joke. So you still look at, here we are getting really into the midway point of the season. BC's still up there. Ware County, Warner Robins, and Perry all inside the top 8 in 4A. So you start looking at what this region has ahead of you. You're playing top 10 football almost every single week from here on out. Maybe a couple of weeks where you take a step back and it's a TCB week where, take care of business. But by and large, after tonight, you have to strap it up for real and start preparing for the region schedule, deep region schedule where you got to bring it every night. And then, of course, you're talking about a state playoff run, which if any region is going to prepare you for something like that, this would be a good one. And again, a lot of folks before the season started, actually, when they put their predictions out, projected BC and Ware to play again for the state championship. So we'll see if that comes to fruition, but they will meet next week in Waycross, and we'll get to that business coming up a little bit later. But good to have you along here on this Friday night. It is good to be back inside Memorial Stadium, getting you ready for Benedictine football here tonight. We are coming to you here on the Barnes Catering pregame show. Pitcook Barbecue since 1975, barnesrestaurant.com to place your next catering order. I'm sure there's some flowing in the parking lot next door. There's a big tailgate action going on here about 22 minutes or so from kickoff. We've got more to come here on the Barnes pregame show, and this is WatchBCSports.com.
Looking for authentic, traditional Southern cuisine for your next special event, reunion, wedding, or celebration in Savannah? For over 45 years, Barnes Restaurant is the most experienced, trusted caterer in all of Savannah. Groups 50 to 5,000. No event too big or small. Barnes does it all. Online at barnesrestaurant.com.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
At Benedictine alumni-owned Stacked Firewood Delivery, we're all about the best premium firewood, conveniently delivered in manageable stacks at the right price. We're talking kiln-dried, pest-free firewood. You see, our custom stack is equal to about 10 fires. Choose oak, cherry, hickory, or mixed hardwoods. Stacked Firewood Delivery. Go to stackedwood.com. That's stackedwood.com. At Benedictine alumni-owned Stacked BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook. BC Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Island's Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Island's Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back here to the Barnes Restaurant pregame show as we get ready for BC and Westminster as the Cadets off a long layoff coming into tonight's ball game. And again, how quickly do you get things rolling? Stephen Cannon had taken such great strides there week to week to week. Now you get a long layoff. Can you get him going early? I thought you had some good things in the passing game developing last time out, where you had started developing some secondary and tertiary options there in the passing game. And how have those progressed without live game reps? Again, I think 1 week, a lot of coaches will tell you 1 week off is good. 2 weeks off, probably could do without in a row. And again, that helps you kind of break up the schedule a little bit. Of course, there will be a region off week at the end of the season. So you go through this grind where you have Westminster tonight, run through the region schedule, and then the final week of the regular season will be a region off week before the playoffs start. And should BC advance that far, there is a bye week in the playoffs this year. That was something the GHSA put in place. Georgia Tech playing the Friday after Thanksgiving. GHSA saying we're just going to do a bye week. I think it also interfered with the SEC championship at some point and getting the playoffs in there in Mercedes-Benz. So you now get another bye week in the playoffs. So if you're fortunate enough to make it, go through the first 3 rounds, then you get a bye week, then semifinals and finals, and it should make for some great football. I think at that stage, kind of allow everybody to hit the reset button. Maybe you have some guys with some, banged up ankles, knees, elbows, what have you, and you get that extra week to get ready and go play a semifinal game. We'll see how that affects teams positively and negatively once we get to that point. But I think tonight, Where's the intensity early from this team? Obviously, you want to see your playmakers do some things early. Third Scroggins getting after it defensively. And then, of course, Stephen Cannon, I think getting him going early will be a big key tonight for the Benedictine Cadets, because you just don't know. You like to think you know, and you look at the first couple of outings for BC, came out looking good against Camden, the big lead up to the season. The next week, it was a completely different story. So how does this team come out after 2 weeks? I would think you kind of got the season started and then stopped here for a little pause. You're ready to go. You want to come back out here at home. Should have a good crowd on hand here tonight as well, and steal that momentum early from Westminster. And kind of, I think the key tonight, keep your foot on the gas on that team. This is a team that came out last year running the spread against BC. As I said, if you weren't at that game or you didn't catch it last year here on Watch BC Sports at Westminster, BC came out, looked like a great football team, which they were right from the jump, and then kind of got lackadaisical a little bit. And in the middle of the game, Westminster changed their offense. They went to have some running situations too. They went 80-90%. We're running the football and we're going single wing, which is a concept as old as football itself, where you just get a guy back there, hike it to him, and go. And they did that with a lot of effectiveness against BC last year, where it was double H-backs, heavy offensive set, hike it to one of those guys, and you just ran behind four big uglies to one direction or another and kind of out leveraged BC, if you will. You hear the numbers game a lot. Out leveraged BC to one side of the field, and we're getting 8-9 yards a chunk and got back into that ball game. And so much that I think BC made a stop or got an interception down on like the 1 or 2 yard line to seal the game at the end of that one last year. So this is a team that's got a winning pedigree in Westminster. They're not going to quit. They're not going to go away. Put them away early if you have the opportunity to do that. And I think if that's the case, when we talk to Danny Britt later on in the postgame show, he would love to take some guys out early and get ready, because next week it's going to be a battle in the swamp against Ware County. And Ware County, a traditionally great team, and this year a lot of people expecting great things for both the Gators and the Cadets. And could it be a state championship preview? We'll have to wait and see, but we'll talk about that more when we get there. Tonight, it's Westminster who has made the trip down from the Atlanta area to take on the Benedictine Cadets. We are counting it down towards kickoff, about 15 minutes or so to go. Reminder tonight, as you can see me here on the pregame show, this is an audio-only broadcast tonight once the game gets going, per Benedictine's request, as we do for all the home games. We'll have video back next week against Ware County at Warner Robins as we get on into the season there as well. So we look forward to bringing you that coverage coming up next week and the week after with Ware County and Warner Robins, two huge region football games. We got more to come here on the Barnes Restaurant pregame show. Again, Barnes Catering, Pit Cook Barbecue since 1975. BarnesRestaurant.com to place your next catering order. We're coming right back here on the Barnes pregame show on WatchBCSports.com.
Looking for authentic, traditional Southern cuisine for your next special event, reunion, wedding, or celebration in Savannah? For over 45 years, Barnes Restaurant is the most experienced, trusted caterer in all of Savannah. Rooms 50 to 5,000. No event too big or small. Barnes does it all. Online at BarnesRestaurant.com. Looking for authentic.
Have I prepared enough? There'll be unexpected turns. When things get tough, I need to stick to the game plan. No regrets. I'm ready. Are you? Get ready. Contact Abel's Iron-On Moore & Associates today and see why they are different. Because nobody ever wishes they'd saved less for retirement.
BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook. At Benedictine alumni-owned Stacked Firewood Delivery, we're all about the best premium firewood, conveniently delivered in manageable stacks at the right price. We're talking kiln-dried, pest-free firewood. You see, our custom stack is equal to about 10 fires. Choose oak, cherry, hickory, or mixed hardwoods. Stacked Firewood Delivery. Go to stackedwood.com. That's stackedwood.com. At Benedictine alumni. Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Island's Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Island's Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace Hardware.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Vernon Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
You know, Christian, after a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Cool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Cool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Cool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Cool Vibes. Back here to the Barnes Restaurant pregame show here as BC gets ready for Westminster. The Wildcats coming down from the Atlanta area to take on the Cadets tonight here in a non-region tussle. Again, Westminster, this squad comes in at 3-2 on the season, and BC 1-2 on the season, though BC still ranked highly in Class 4A. You look at the strength of schedule, and Raven Gap, very, very good. Buford, one of the best teams in the country, in a tough 1-point loss in that one, and then came back and really had a big win following that trip to Buford against Burke County. And so now they get ready for Westminster after a long layoff, and we'll get ready to go at it here again tonight. Again, you look at Stephen Cannon, it all going to start with him on offense. I think the offense has looked good as the games progressed, and really the only piece I believe they're missing tonight is going to be John Lilly, the tight end, who will not play. Saw him suited up, not suited up before the game, but looks to be moving around okay, and maybe just a precautionary thing ahead of region play that he is not playing tonight. So he was out, as Danny Britt talked about earlier this week on the Danny Britt Show. So you get a couple of guys a chance to heal up, and you hear that from guys throughout the football season. Hey, sometimes if it's not a region game, if it's a region game, probably would play. If not, these aren't as important as what they become next week. So offensively, I think Stephen Cannon, let's see what they do. Get him involved early. I think also one of the big points of emphasis for BC that I'm interested to watch, and we'll see what we can bring to you tonight, is how well does BC run the football? So far in 2024, the answer is not good. Really don't run the football very well. That's been like a bread and butter thing for the Cadets under Danny Britt. Even when you think about all the quarterbacks and the passing, they've always been able to run the jet sweep. They've always been able to kind of get the inside dives, the misdirections, the counters, and so far it has just been a non-starter, and you put that on the arm of your quarterback, Stephen Cannon, to go out there and get the job done, and he's been able to do it. Buford had a great game, had a really nice drive coming out of the locker room in the third quarter to help you come get back in that game. Got a nice drive to help you take the lead late in that ball game against Buford, and then came out the next week and threw a bunch of touchdown passes to a lot of guys. Josh Washington had a couple. A guy that hadn't been as big of a factor on the offense for much of the season. All of a sudden, he's got 2 touchdown passes in the game. So the passing game has been there. Where's the run game? Again, in high school football, you can throw it a lot, but when you play the Warner Robins, when you play the Ware Counties, when you play the Perrys, when you get into playoffs, you've got to run the football. And Danny Britt has said as much to us. Hey, look, we've not been good running the football, and they got to figure out why. So what adjustments have they made in the 2 weeks plus in regards to running the football and getting guys off the ball and going out and establishing a line of scrimmage in the run game early? Have not done that here to this point through the first 3 games. So interested to see if that's a focal point coming out, or if it's, hey, we're just going to go with it with our quarterback and let him make plays early. So I'm interested to watch that. Defensively, what are we going to see from Westminster? Is it going to be kind of a spread look like we've been used to seeing, or are they going to go to the tape last year and say, boy, when we overloaded one side and just went old school, run at you straight downhill football, we were very effective with that. Is that the strategy they come out of the locker room with tonight and put the onus on that front seven to come up and make a play? And you've certainly seen a lot of guys that are capable of making plays. Third Scroggins, Larson Little, Cam Cody, those guys capable of making plays. Are you going to put the onus on them to stop us before we're 4, 5, 6 yards downfield like we saw in the second half of last year's game? That'll be a big key early. What kind of offense does Westminster come out and execute? And, again, give kudos to their coach, Jerry Romberg. Yeah, he switched it up right there. He said, we're just going to become a run team, and pounded at BC. And it took them a while, darn near till the game ended, to try to come up with an adjustment to slow that down defensively. So do they go with more of the same here in 2024, or do we kind of see their kind of base offense, if you will, coming out of the gates here in just a little bit? We're counting down towards kickoff here on the Barnes Restaurant pregame show. Again, we'll come back, get you ready for kickoff. It will be audio only tonight, so unfortunately you don't get to see my beautiful mug much longer. We'll talk to you at halftime, but you'll hear us for the game. Again, that is per the request of Benedictine here at home. We bring you the audio for the home games, and we'll have video back with you next week at Ware County on Watch BC Sports. So we're counting down to kickoff. We'll have the opening kick, coin flip coming up when we return. This is WatchBCSports.com, and this is the Barnes Restaurant pregame show with Pit Cook Barbecue. Since 1975, BarnesRestaurant.com, where you need to go to place your order. That's not just good for Friday nights. That's Saturday. You got a lot of college football to get to tomorrow as well. I know George is off, but a lot of college football to sink your teeth into. Might as well do it while sinking your teeth into some food from Barnes Restaurant, BarnesRestaurant.com. Place that catering order right now. We're coming right back, getting you ready for kickoff. This is WatchBCSports.com.
Have I prepared enough? There'll be unexpected turns. When things get tough, I need to stick to the game plan. No regrets. I'm ready. Are you? Get ready. Contact Abel's Iron-On Moore & Associates today and see why they are different. Because nobody ever wishes they'd saved less for retirement.
Looking for authentic, traditional Southern cuisine for your next special event, reunion, wedding, or celebration in Savannah? For over 45 years, Barnes Restaurant is the most experienced, trusted caterer in all of Savannah. Rooms 50 to 5,000. No event too big or small. Barnes does it all. Online at barnesrestaurant.com. Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Island's Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Island's Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace Hardware. Looking for authentic, traditional Southern cuisine for your next special event, reunion, wedding, or celebration in Savannah? For over 45 years, Barnes Restaurant is the most experienced, trusted caterer in all of Savannah. Rooms 50 to 5,000. No event too big or small. Barnes does it all. Online at barnesrestaurant.com. Looking for authentic.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Tradition, honor, a culture of excellence. This is Benedictine Cadets football, built by helpful Islands Ace Hardware. Savannah's locally owned and operated Ace Hardware. Tonight, live from the home of the Cadets, Memorial Stadium in Savannah, your Benedictine Cadets welcome the Westminster Wildcats of Atlanta, Georgia. Now, here's your hosts, Kevin Thomas and Christian Gokel.
Good evening and welcome to Memorial Stadium as we get you ready for BC and Westminster as the captains are headed out towards midfield for the coin toss. It will be Lawrence Rivers, L.J. Cooper, John Lilly, and I believe it is Jackson Getty, the captains for tonight for BC. BC wearing the gray tops with the white pants, maroon slash up the pants, and the gray helmets tonight. Westminster in all white, white pants, white tops with the green helmets and green letters and numbers. And again, they've made the trip down from the Atlanta area. Beautiful campus. We had the pleasure of going up there last year. This is the return trip as the captains are out at midfield for the coin toss. Cadets are going to be flanked by all the junior cadets from the middle school feeder schools as they run out on the field tonight. Again, gray jerseys with the white pants tonight, so a little bit of a different twist for BC as looks like BC has won the toss and they are going to take the football. So putting it right on the offense early are the cadets. So handshakes, and then the cadets will get ready to run on the field, and we'll be underway here at Memorial Stadium. First time in 20 days the cadets have played high school football after the game in Ohio. Did not happen. They had a bye week before that and ended up with an extra one. So since they last played, it's been almost a full month of football, seems like, as the cadets are back at it. And again, a good crowd on hand here tonight for this one. And why not? Cadets kind of came to life their last home game, really in the second half against Buford. And they look to keep that momentum going here against Westminster. Cadets are on the field, and now we just await the kickoff. Again, Kevin Thomas here with you, flying solo tonight. Minus Christian Gokel here this evening. We'll have him back next week, and certainly well wishes towards Christian tonight, and we'll get him back next week to join us here on WatchBCSports.com. So we're flying the ship solo tonight. Good to have you along. As again, BC going to put it in the hands of their offense. And again, Danny Britt talked a lot about it against Buford. I think Raven Gap at this point has kind of become a throwaway game with the way they kind of viewed that as some of the physical mismatches they didn't see and they won't see from a lot of teams. And then against Burke County, they still didn't run the football, and he's kind of adamant of saying, hey, we have got to run the football. Let's see if it's more of an emphasis tonight or if number 10 just starts flinging it around the yard. Wildcats will kick it off from left to right. It is number 91, Vikas Reddy, a junior, to kick it off. The officials are ready. Reddy is ready. And we are just about to underway here. After 20 long days, the cadets are back at it. High kick going to come down at the 5-yard line. Take it there, straight ahead. 10, 15, 20, across the 25, out to the 30, and out to the 34-yard line. That was Josh Washington. No, excuse me, that was Bubba Frazier. Out to the 34, they'll scooch the football up to the 35, so give them an extra half yard on the slide, fall, what have you. And that is where BC will take over, 1st and 10, their first possession, as Stephen Cannon leads them out. He will have Stanley Smart off to his right. Twins up top, one receiver here to the near side. He'll take the snap. Here's the give off the right side. This is going to be Mallard, who got the start tonight. And he will get maybe a yard off the right side. It'll be 2nd down and 9. So a little bit of a change in the starting lineup there as Ron Mallard gets the start. He'll slide out into the slot here on 2nd down. Cadets will put Bubba Frazier next to Stephen Cannon. They'll move Stanley Smart out at wide receiver. Here's the snap. Cannon, a little flare pass. Bubba Frazier in space has got some room. Makes a man miss at the 40 up and pushed out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. And it'll be very close to a first down. Cadets have a man down on the far sideline. Away from the play. Can't see who it is over there while they tend to him. Looks like they're surely it's not a cramp this early into the ball game. It'll be 3rd down and 3. They're kind of looking down at the ankle area. While they tend to that young man, we'll step aside. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. This is WatchBCSports.com.
You know, Christian, after a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Cool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Cool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Cool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Cool Vibes. You know,
welcome back here to Memorial Stadium, the injured cadet. And he is limping here to the near side. Looks like number 56. It's going to be Chase Wilson, the senior. And he hobbles over here to the near side, moving slowly but under his own power. Cadets will now go under center on 3rd. We'll call it 2. They need to get to the 45. They're at the 43-yard line. Out of the flex, here's Cannon. He'll give it to Bubba Frazier on the quick end around, and that's going to get snuffed out. He turned the corner, and he was kind of met there. Everybody was just in tight. It's 4th down and 2. Let's see what the Cadets do. Offense staying out there like they want to go for it. Offense wants to, and Danny Britt's going to send out the punt team. Too early for that, but again, the running game, you had to flare pass, kind of an extension of the running game, but the straight-ahead run game, I think 2 carries, 2 yards at the most. So not good early in terms of establishing that line of scrimmage. Here is the punt. And a good one from Connor Ferguson, going to be caught at the 22 of Westminster. Fair catch there by Mason Thies, and that's where the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10. And their first possession of the ball game. They worked left to right. Forgot to mention that about the Cadets. They were working right to left towards the open end zone. The Westminster Wildcats will work from north to south and kind of into the wind here as you see the flags across the way at Memorial Stadium blowing towards the north end zone. Not hard, but a little bit to speak of. Certainly had more breeze pregame, it felt like, up here in the press box area. So Westminster with their first possession of the ball game. And they will come out in a spread look. It will be Michael Bouhet, the senior quarterback, and what do we have? Did somebody for BC move? Saw somebody on that defensive front kind of get aggravated, and they jumped a little early, a free 5. Not what you want to see on the first defensive snap. So it'll be 1st and 5 here for Westminster. They'll put trips here to the near side. Working off the left hash, here's Bouhet out of a shotgun. Man goes in motion. He'll do a little play action out here in the flat. A little dump pass is caught to Thies, and he'll have a first down across the 40 and pushed out of bounds at the Westminster 44-yard line. So a first down, huge gain on first down. And that was just a little play action. They countered a bootleg off of that, and Thies just kind of was floating across the formation, countered back, and there was nobody there in the flat. And an easy pitch and catch there for the Wildcats. Same formation again. They'll flip the running back the other side. Now a lot of pre-snap motion. They'll go twins now either side. And Bouhet's calling for it. Takes the snap, straight drop, looking. Dumps it out to Thies, and a little too wide. Couldn't find him, incomplete. Had some pressure in his face I think they were trying to kind of set up a screen out there in the flat and just made a tough throw incomplete. So 2nd down and 10 here for Westminster. Cadets first possession here on defense. And after a big gain on 1st down, a little bit better stop there on 2nd down. Again, it's been almost 3 weeks since you played a football game, so we were wondering what the rust factor would be for this cadet team. And we'll keep an eye on it here, certainly in the first quarter. 10:08 to go here in the first. The snap. And just a little quick hook route, and it's going to be caught, and that's into BC territory for a 1st down. Gain of 11 on the pitch and catch. There to Chase Marable, junior 5'7" wide receiver, just ran like a 9-yard hook, turned right around, and Buhay hit him right in the chest. BC in the zone that time, and he just sat down right there, turned around, and had the 1st down. Wildcats will bring in a tight end on the right side. 1 receiver up top, 2 here to the short side. And now they'll motion a man across the formation. They'll run behind it inside, and Cam Cody with a nice stop. Wrapping up the running back, Jack DeButch. And he'll have a couple. It'll be 2nd down and about 8 from the BC 42. Good to have you along. Cadet football, built by Islands Ace Hardware tonight. And we appreciate the folks at Islands Ace Hardware for helping us bring you BC football all season long. Twins either side, BC in the 3-man front. They got 3rd stood up on the right-hand side. Here's the snap. Buhay going to give it inside to Butts. He'll have break free and get to the 2nd level before he's brought down. Nice second effort. It's going to get him really close to the sticks. I think they're going to give it to him. That'll be a 1st down. 8 yards and a football. There on 2nd down, another 1st down for the Wildcats from the BC 34. And again, they put a receiver in motion, snapped it, gave it to Butts, who just ran right behind that motion receiver. And then once everybody flowed, it kind of popped open to the backside, and he cut back for 8 yards. So 1st and 10 from the Cadet 34. Westminster driving here early. Here's Buhay, straight drop, looking, throws here to the near side, in and out of the hands. Zach Maxwell in coverage as he was looking for Mason Thies here on the near sideline. 2nd down and 10, 8:16 to go here in the first quarter. Currently no score. Cadets went 3 and out on their first possession. And now the Wildcats. They will huddle up, and if they get the lead, it's not triple option, but they will take their time. Burning that clock. Twins either side. Out of the shotgun. Buhay, a little counter give inside to Butts. Cadets read it better that time as he falls ahead for maybe 2. Had to counter back. Cam Cody and a couple others had it flow the other way. Larson Little flowed back towards it. It'll be 3rd down and 8. So defense bowing their backs a little bit here with 7:52 and counting here in the first quarter. No score. As the Cadets trying to even up their record at 2-2 after a long layoff. Trips up top here for Westminster on 3rd and 8. 5 on the play clock. They'll put a running back out to the left as well. Buhay snaps it, and what do we have? A flag. Somebody moved. It was against Westminster. They were going to run the little running back screen, little flare route out there, get in behind those 3 wide receivers to set up a wall, and somebody jumped, so back it up. It'll be 3rd and, what was that, 13. First penalty of the night against Westminster. Cadets have committed 1 penalty also on this drive. So 3rd and 13, got to get off the field here if you're BC. Twins either side. Here's the snap. Buhay with a running back to his right. Straight drop, looking. He's forced. He's going to be sacked. 3rd, Scroggins gets him back near midfield at the BC 49. And 3rd just bull rushed off the right-hand side and bent the left tackle back. And got the sack. Now a cadet's down on the ground. Can't see who it is, but BC is going to get the football back. They look like they're tending to the lower body. And can't tell who it is. They're the trainers kind of have him shielded from us here up top. And the young man is up and hobbling around. Looks like he's going to be okay. He's walking under his own power. Got the jersey tucked, so I can't really see what number it is. I'll let you know when he turns around, hopefully. But it appears to be all right.
The ball is marked at the 48-yard line, fourth down. 24.
I think that was L.J. Cooper. Or is it 58? Again, the Isaac Scott. So Isaac Scott is up. Appears to be okay. Here's the snap, the punt. A line driver towards the right corner. It's going to hit at the BC 5 and go into the end zone. And the Cadets will get a touchback. Out to the 20.
Number 88.
So 1st and 10 for the Cadets here will be their second drive of the ball game. 3 and out on their first possession. And again, the straight run game, they had a little flare pass out to Bubba Frazier that netted 7 yards. Outside of that, 2 carries, 1 yard for BC. They'll stack receivers to both sides of the formation. Stanley Smart to the left of Stephen Kane. A little flare route out. Iran Mallard at the 20, 25, stucks back inside the 30, makes a man miss, and he's brought down at the 33-yard line. And that'll be a first down, brought down by one of those D linemen. Luke Smith had to get out there and recover and make the tackle. So that is a BC Brothers moving the chains. First down, the first one of the ball game. Move those chains 1st and 10 to give to Stanley Smart straight ahead, and he's going to get nothing. Just no penetration, no moving of the line of scrimmage by that offensive line. Smart was met right at the sticks as soon as he got the football. And it'll be 2nd down and 10, so we'll keep an eye on that. As the game goes on, trips up top, Twins here to the near side. Cannon all by himself. They'll put Mallard in motion, and they'll flare it out to Mallard quickly. He'll come ahead across the 35, 40, steps in the hole, makes a man miss, spun around, and dropped down at the 44-yard line. That should be a first down. And I know the coach is really excited about Mallard, 5'8", 155-pound sophomore. And he is lightning quick, especially when he gets out in space, and we have seen his touches kind of go up over the past couple of games. And now 1st and 10. One tailback as Cannon's going to go under center. Westminster showing blitz. Cannon going to give straight ahead, and a couple of yards still fighting. And into Westminster territory at the 48, so second effort. Going to get you a gain of 9 at Stanley Smart straight ahead. So maybe they found a little something to work with on that play. Just a little ISO power play. Now everybody bunched to the right. They got an H-back here to the near side. Under center goes Stephen Cannon, and somebody moved for BC. I think more than one somebody moved. And you could see a couple of bodies shifting weight over there on that right side. And that'll back the Cadets up 5. It'll be 2nd down and about 6. 5:23 to go here in the first. Back out under center comes Stephen Cannon. They'll put trips here to the near side. Nobody up top. Here's the snap to Cannon. He'll give it to Smart on the counter to the wide side. He gets a first down and more. The 40 before he's drugged down. And that time they ran away from strength off the right side, and Stanley Smart gets about 12 yards and a first down for BC. So the running game's starting to pick up. Haven't seen the Cadets go downfield yet, but again, if the running game's working, we'll set that up beautifully as this quarter continues. Everybody in tight. Cannon. A little end around. This is going to be Jack Ganem trying to get the edge here near side. Going to be hit and pushed inside the 35 to the 34. Maybe a gain of 4 off the left side for Jack Ganem. And so it'll be second down, and we'll call it 6. Clock rolls at 4:33 to go here in the first. 5 wides in the formation. Here's Cannon, straight drop, all kinds of time. Throws over the middle, it is caught inside the 20 at the 19. That is Iran Mallard. And he has had himself a nice ball game here early. And BC now going to go up tempo. Twins either side, they'll stack them out by the numbers. Smart to the right of Stephen Cannon. Stephen will put Stanley in motion, giving him trips to his left. Spreading out that Westminster defense. Here's the snap. Cannon, bubble screen to Mallard at the 20. Makes a man miss. Going to circle inside the 15. Still on his feet, pushed out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And you see the quick feet of Mallard. And it's going to be very close to a first down. They need to get to the 10, so about a yard short. And the clock's going to stop. And we have a timeout, Westminster. So Westminster wants to talk about it as BC finding something here offensively on this drive. We're coming right back. This is Cadets football built by Islands Ace Hardware on WatchBCSports.com.
Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Islands Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Islands Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace Hardware.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium as Westminster wants to talk it over. Cadets on the drive here with 3:46 to go here in the first quarter. No score. As finally we're starting to see some life out of the running game here for BC. It will be second down and 2 as we come out of this timeout from the Cadet. Now they're going to put it back towards the 12. They need the 10 for a first down. And so far, only one pass really down the field for Stephen Cannon. It's been out in the flat and sticking to the running game here the first couple of possessions. Cadets will show flex bone with one wide receiver tucked in tight. Actually, a couple wide receivers tucked in tight. Here's the counter. This is going to be JoJo Sutton inside the 5, leaning towards the 2. And he'll be drugged down there in the first down. Just a little counter give to JoJo Sutton. It'll be first and goal. Cadets going to go in a hurry up. Same formation for BC. Everybody in that flex lip. Here's the snap. They'll run the same play again. JoJo Sutton touchdown. 2 yards off the right side. Same exact play, and the Cadets are on the board with 3:15 and counting apparently. In the first quarter, they lead at 6-0. Nice drive, 80 yards, capped off by a couple of carries by JoJo Sutton and a 2-yard touchdown plunge, and BC's on the board early, 6-0. That'll bring on Connor Ferguson for the point after, 3:12 here in the first quarter. And the snap is good, kick is up, and it is good. 7-0. BC, they lead it here early on. This is Cadets football built by Islands Ace Hardware on WatchBCSports.com.
At Benedictine alumni-owned Stacked Firewood Delivery, we're all about the best premium firewood, conveniently delivered in manageable stacks at the right price. We're talking kiln-dried, pest-free firewood. You see, our custom stack is equal to about 10 fires. Choose oak, cherry, hickory, or mixed hardwoods. Stacked Firewood Delivery. Go to stackedwood.com. That's stackedwood.com. At Benedictine alumni.
An 80-yard drive capped off by a JoJo Sutton 2-yard touchdown run, and BC has the lead 7-0 here over Westminster. 3:12 to go here in the first quarter. And now Connor Ferguson to kick it off right to left. And again, a nice drive by the Cadets that time. Really tried to establish the run game in these first two possessions and kind of found some things they can work with.
Number 5, Jonah Franco. Number 35, Dave Smallball.
So here is Ferguson to kick it off. And it's going to go way deep in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So Connor Ferguson's leg looking good after the rest. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 24, Westminster, who again had some success, got down to around the 25, 26-yard line and started going backwards with a penalty, and then a big sack from third Scroggins into the last possession. And Westminster had to punt, so back at it. Michael Buhay, 6'3", 205 pounds, senior quarterback for the Wildcats. Trips here to the near side. He's got one running back offset to his left. Here's the snap. They'll give it a little toss pitch to the receiver in motion. Is going to be tackled. That's Thies. And he'll get maybe 2. Just that little toss pass. He comes right in front of the quarterback. Tossed it to him. And that'll be a couple of yards. 2nd down and 8. Clock ticks inside. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And Buhay trying to draw BC offsides. Now takes a snap over the middle. Knocked around and dropped. Had a receiver there and played ping pong with it. And before it was finally knocked away. Had to bring up 3rd down and 8 here for Westminster from their own 22. Cadets trying to force a 3-and-out here and get off the field, put Stephen Cannon and their offense back out there. Westminster, 3rd and 8. Here's Buhay, straight drop. Looking, throws over the middle, has a man caught at the sticks and brought down immediately. JoJo Sutton in coverage and hit him as soon as he caught it. That was Gragnani, the senior wide receiver. And he caught it right at the sticks. Not much Sutton could do, but made the tackle immediately and moved the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Westminster 31. Clock rolling, 2:22. Here to go in the first quarter. He'll bring everybody in type. He's got trips bunched right off the tight end here. Here's the snap. Buhay looking here to the right side. Going to throw. Had a man sitting right underneath. It's Morgan. And he'll have 9 on the catch out to the 40. And he just kind of find a open spot in the zone.
Morgan.
And so now Westminster going to go hurry up here. Buhay's going to go under center. He'll quarterback sneak it ahead. He'll have the 1st down across the 40 to the 42. So move the chains for Westminster. Clock rolls at 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. BC leads at 7-0. Westminster doesn't appear to be in much of a hurry offensively right now. Trying to make sure they keep this game in check. H-back to the left. Trips to the right for Buhay. BC's got 3 men here in the dirt. They come straight ahead. Buhay's going to keep it off the right side, and he's going to be popped right at the midfield stripe. Mackay Williams, Larson Little both hit him at the midfield stripe, but he gets 8. It's 2nd down and 2.
Up to midfield to 50. Number 9, Larson Little on the play.
Inside a minute to go here in the first quarter. Cadets lead it. Scored on their second possession. This is the Wildcats' second possession. And they've driven it all the way out towards midfield. They'll put an H-back here to the near side with two receivers. Now they'll motion the H-back. They'll counter off of that. And straight ahead in the first down at the BC 47-yard line.
Number 20, Will Barton.
Goes.
For the Wildcats, pushing up for a first down.
Who was that with the carry? Number 20. That was Will Barton. And let's see if they run another play. They don't have to here in the quarter. Michael Buhay's all the way over at the sideline by his head coach with 8 seconds. So my guess is we're just going to turn around and play it for the second quarter. 7-0. Cadets lead it. After one, we're coming right back here on WatchBCSports.com, built by Islands Ace Hardware.
Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Island's Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Island's Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace Hardware.
You know, Christian, after a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Cool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Cool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Cool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Cool Vibes.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium as we go to the second quarter. Westminster driving. Had some comments in the chat there. Yeah, no video tonight. No video for the home games. That's per the request of Benedictine. So no video for you tonight. We will have it for you next week at Ware County as two of the top teams in the state get after it there in the swamp. Also Memorial Stadium there in Waycross. Here's Buhay to start the second quarter. Steps up in the pocket, has a man. It is caught and hit immediately. And that's going to be enough for the first down of the BC 35. JoJo Sutton in coverage. As they hit Marable over the middle, he just ran a deep in. And Buhay had enough time to wait for him to complete that route. First down and 10 from the Cadet 35. Wildcats marching right to left. Here's the snap. Buhay high snap. Going to fling it out in the flat. It's going to be caught. And Walker set up. And a big block there at the 15. And shoved out of bounds at the 12 goes Mason Thies as they just flared it out in the flat. And it was 10 yards before anybody even had a chance to make a play. Had the blocking set up nicely. And it's going to be first down inside the 15 and the 13. And the Wildcats have a drive going here. Cadets defense going to have to bow their backs. And a lot of counter flow, misdirection stuff, and then they pop you over the middle with a pass. Trips here to the left. Now they'll bring everybody in tight. They'll bring the one wide receiver out right in tight. As Buhay takes the snap, looking. Got some time, tries to get flushed out of the pocket. Got to be brought down. Who was that? I think that was Paul Thompson. The senior, 6'4", coming off the edge. And when Buhay kind of flowed to his side, he was right there to bring him down. A loss of 6. All the way back to the 20. Or maybe the 19 is where they're going to mark it. So a loss of 6. It'll be second down here for the Wildcats. So good pressure. And the Cadets did that with just 3 men that time. Dropped a lot of guys in coverage and still got there, and Paul Thompson got Buhay and brought him down. Twins up top, one here to the near side is Marable. And Cadets were doing a lot of shifting, and I think they got Westminster to jump. They did. False start against Westminster. Defensive line with some late shifting up front. And got the Wildcats to jump, so back them up another 5 yards. All the way back to the 24-yard line. So second and 20-ish.
About the 24-yard line, second down.
And Westminster, probably not a lot of plays in the playbook for 2nd and 20. H-back to the left with twin wide receivers spread out, one up top of the formation. BC still flopping down linemen. Now they're set. Here's the snap. Buhay going to roll out to his right, throw it underneath to that streaking back, and he'll have 10 of them back and shoved out of bounds. And maybe have more than that. They're going to say he got all the way out to the 10-yard line before he was knocked out of bounds, so he gets 14 of the 20 back. It'll be 3rd down and 6. So 10-17 to go here in the second, and a huge down here for the BC defense. Again, they've run that play a number of times against the Cadets where they run a man in motion, bootleg the quarterback out off the counter give, and that guy is just wide open underneath. Just dump it to him, he turns and goes. Trips here to the left, one receiver to the right. That's the short side off the right hash. Here's the snap. Buhay, straight drop, looking. Going to throw underneath, has the running back, and nicely met there at the 8-yard line. Who was that on the stop? Was that Isaiah Jones? I think it was. Isaiah Jones made a stop, met him there at the 8. It'll be 4th down. And now Westminster going to line up, looks like, for a field goal. It'll be ready to attempt a 25-yarder right down the middle for the Wildcats on 4th and about 5. Clock rolls at 9:33. The snap is good. Reddy's kick is up, and it is through there and good. First points of the ball game for Westminster. It's 7-3 here in the second. We're coming right back here on WatchBCSports.com.
Bowtie Barbecue has always been a work of passion. It takes time, skill, and a blend of perfect temperature, wood, smoke, and meats. We just took it up a notch. Taste the passion. Bowtie Barbecue, 6724 Waters Avenue, Savannah.
Have I prepared enough? There'll be unexpected turns. When things get tough, I need to stick to the game plan. No regrets. I'm ready. Are you? Get ready. Contact Abel's Iron On Moore & Associates today and see why they are different. Because nobody ever wishes they'd saved less for retirement.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Wildcats put together a solid drive of their own. They put 3 on the board. It's 7-3 here in the second. 9:26 to go. Ready to kick it off from the left hash. He'll line drive one, and that'll find the end zone. It'll be a touchback. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Cadets. Their first possession here of the second quarter. And again, the Cadets went 80 yards on their last drive. JoJo Sutton, a 2-yard touchdown run. And that got the Cadets on the board. And again, haven't seen much of the downfield passing game. One completion really down the field for Stephen Cannon. Everything else has been short underneath and a lot of focus on the run game. Westminster with 4 down linemen, the 4-3 formation. Here's the snap. Cannon, he'll give it here on the end around, and this will be Bubba Frazier ahead to the 25, so give Bubba a gain of 5.
4, Bubba Frazier on the carry.
And bring up 2nd down and 5. Just a little jet sweep play out of the shotgun for BC. They'll stack trips here to the short side. One receiver up top. Cannon, the snap. Fakes. Bubba Frazier just dropped it out in the flat. A flag comes out after the play was over. Didn't see what he was. They have an ineligible downfield. Maybe a lineman released too early. Let's see what the official call is. Holding against BC. Must have been late. Frazier had dropped the ball and then the flag came out. So that'll move them back to the 15. It'll be 2nd and 15 for the Cadets.
Second and 15.
Michael Hogan checks in at tight end here for BC. Trips up top. Here's the snap. A little counter give inside across the 15, 20, 25, and brought down is Stanley Smart. Give him a gain of 10 on second down. We'll bring up third down and 5. And we have a Westminster player injured. And he continues to be on the field. 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the second. And he's got the helmet off there. Hopefully it's just a stinger. As they look him over, we'll step aside. We're coming right back. This is WatchBCSports.com and Cadet Football built by Islands Ace Hardware.
At Benedictine Alumni owned Stacked Firewood Delivery, we're all about the best premium firewood, conveniently delivered in manageable stacks at the right price. We're talking kiln-dried, pest-free firewood. You see, our custom stack is equal to about 10 fires. Choose oak, cherry, hickory, or mixed hardwoods. Stacked Firewood Delivery. Go to stackedwood.com. That's stackedwood.com. At Benedictine Alumni owned.
They are helping the injured Wildcat off the field. Trying to see who that is. That is Locke Patton, looks like, and he is the guy that plays both directions here for Westminster, and he is being helped off by the Wildcat trainer, so not a good sign for that young man. You feel bad for him, a senior. And as they help him off the field, it'll be third down and 5 for BC here.
Ball will be at the 25-yard line, third down and 5.
In next week, Cadets will be in the swamp against Ware County. We'll be there with you as well. We'll have video for you next week. As we are away from this Memorial Stadium, we'll be at the Ware County version of Memorial Stadium, carved out, if you've not been there, carved out of an old minor league baseball stadium. And really done a good job with it. And one of the great atmospheres in South Georgia football next week between the Cadets and Ware County. Here we go off the injury timeout, 3rd and 5. Cannon in a shotgun. He'll take the snap. Steven looks. Straight drop. Has all kind of time. Going to wind it up the right side. Has a man. It's Bubba Frazier. Is caught at the 35 and dropped down at the 32-yard line. A big pickup for Stephen Cannon and Bubba Frazier, and they go to Houston Gragnani. And he's the replacement over there for Locke Patton. They went right after him. And a huge passing play for Stephen Cannon, and that was put right out there. Cam Cody hustling out there. They got Cam Cody back over there on the offensive line. He's late getting out there. And now 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Cannon going to keep it himself. He'll run it off the left side. Got a first down at the 20-yard line. Give him a gain of 11. And that's the BC Brothers moving the chains. First down. Brought to you by BC Brothers Moving. And they'll bring Cam Cody out, and they will put Jacoby Ward back in there at right tackle. So just one play break. 1st and 10. Cadets ready to go. Here's they got Westminster to jump, but they got back. Now the Cadets will look back here near side. Twins either side. 1st and 10 from the Westminster 21. 7:36 and counting here in the second quarter. Here's the snap. Cannon, straight drop. Looking. And he's going to tuck. He's got all kind of room. Oh, he's going to dial it up and throws an interception. Boy, should have tucked it and ran it. And it's going to be picked off up the right sideline. A long way to go. And saving a touchdown all the way out at the 40. Was it Ron Mallard? It was picked off by Mason Thies. And that was one where when they watched the tape, he flushed out to his left, threw back across his body right in the middle of the field. And had he tucked it and run it, it's probably 1st and goal down around the 10-yard line. And that's just one trying to make too much of a play. Throws an interception. And now Westminster's going to have the football out at they say he got drugged down at the 39. The 39 of the Wildcats, so BC defense back out there. Again, that's one you learn from as a quarterback there. All kinds of real estate in front of you. And now an instant little miscommunication on what they wanted to do with it, as Bouhet thought about keeping it. His running back butts didn't want to take it. And while they did that, everybody on the defensive front for BC just kind of met at the football. So give the whole defensive line a tackle on that one. Going to be 2nd down and 12. See how the Cadets offensively respond to that last possession. They were moving the football. And just an ill-advised throw by Stephen Cannon. 2nd and 12 here for Westminster. No motion of man right to left across the formation. Here's the snap. Bouhet, he'll give it inside this time, and that's going nowhere. Everybody in gray met at the football, officially wrapped up by Colby Brennan. And that'll be 3rd and 12. No gain officially. So a big play here for this Cadet defense as they try to get right back on the field. Again, Westminster will get the ball to start the second half. Still 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Here's the snap. Bouhet with a little counter give. And BC reads that well. Cam Cody, Paul Thompson there to bring him down after a gain of about 2. And it'll be 4th down, and Cadets defense holds to a 3-and-out, and they'll get the football back. Bubba Frazier and is that Makai Williams going back deep for BC. So Westminster to punt this football. Cadets playing back for the return. Here's the snap. It's a good one, and the punt is away. A line driver will be caught by Makai Williams at the 20. He runs near side, breaks through the first wave, and then gets drugged down at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for BC. So a return of about 11. Oh, they marked him up to the 32. So a return of 12. Well, the ball was setting at the 32. Now they picked it up, and they'll set it at the 31-yard line. All right, young Stephen Cannon, let's see how you respond here this offensive possession. Again, had your team going down for a score, just a ill-advised throw for a pick. Can you bounce right back and take your team down the field? Here's the snap, little pitch out in the flat. This is Smart across the 30 and pushes ahead to the 35, 36-yard line. Give him 5 on 1st down. Just a little flare route to Stanley Smart. It'll be 2nd down and 5. And again, outside the first possession, the Cadets have moved the ball pretty well against Westminster. The snap. Nobody there. Busted play. Cannon going to roll near side and just going to wisely throw it away that time into the Cadet bench. He went for the handoff, and there was nobody there, and rolled near side, and there was nobody there either. And a bunch of white shirts got there and just lofted it into the Cadet bench. So 3rd down and 5 here for BC. 4:02 to go. The clock is kept running on an incomplete pass for some reason. Here's the snap. Cannon, straight drop. Looking ahead, throws over the middle, and just behind his intended receiver, that was Bubba Frazier. And the Cadets are going to have to punt. I think Danny Britt was saying, why was the clock running? There's a flag on the far sideline. It looks like it's going against BC. Holding against BC, that'll obviously be declined. And so the Cadets are going to punt the football. Connor Ferguson will come on and give the ball right back. So that possession took about a minute and a half, maybe. Probably longer than it should have because they left the clock running after Cannon threw it into the bench. And Westminster's got everybody in tight, 1 man back. And Connor Ferguson, a good snap. Puts his foot into it. An end over end, a wobbly kick, not one of his best. And it's fumbled. It's picked up out of the air. They're going to blow it dead. I thought it was going for a touchdown. but Thies caught it, bobbled it up in the air, and then it was caught. Who was that, Jack Gannum? Or Wyatt Easterbrook was going the other way with it, or Estabrook. And they blew it dead right where he picked it up. Otherwise, that was a touchdown for BC. And now great field position for the Cadets. What a change of fortune now on the plus 34. One receiver up top trips here to the near side. Cannon in the shotgun as the Cadets are ready to go. As a momentum swinging play, as it was going to be fair caught. And as he went to haul it in, it just popped right out and into the arms of Wyatt Estabrook. Here's the snap, Cannon. A little flare route to Jack Gannum. Gannum, a double pass, has a man, it's Makai Williams, touchdown! 34 yards, Jack Gannum to Makai Williams on the double pass. And BC right back on the board. What a play. And as soon as you saw that deep motion from Gannum, you're like, if he throws it to him, there might be a double pass coming, and it was. So give Jack Gannum a touchdown pass as the Cadets go up 13-3, 3:26 to go here before the half. And Connor Ferguson will come on to tack on the point after. 2 back-to-back momentum plays. The kick up and good. 14-3, Cadets out in front. We're coming right back. This is WatchBCSports.com.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. What a play as the double pass, Jack Gannum, 34 yards to Makai Williams. And BC right back on the board, 14-3 with 3:26 here before the half. Again, Westminster will get the ball before or to start the second half as well. So Connor Ferguson to kick it left to right. And he will hang it high up the left hash and into the end zone. A touchback for Westminster, and they'll take over 1st and 10 from the 23:26 to go here before the half. As Watch BC Sports brought to you by Islands Ace Hardware. Good to have them along, and thanks to them for helping us bring you Cadet football all season long. So 1st and 10 for Westminster here. And A.J. DePhillips, offensive coordinator, breaking out all the tricks here. A little halfback pass from Jack Gannum to Makai Williams. And BC extends the lead. Let's see defensively if they can get the ball back one more time here before the half. Here's Buhay out of the shotgun, looks near side, broken up third Scroggins. He dropped back in coverage on Mason Thies. And broken up, it'll be 2nd down and 10. And it seems like the Cadets and Coach Houston done a better job of sending pressure and dropping back in coverage at times as well. 3:19 to go here before the half, 2nd and 10. Wildcats will put 2 either side. Buhay's back there by himself. Cadets showing pressure. No motion of man right to left. They'll fake the little jet toss, and BC all over that. Everybody up front trying to, the pile's still moving. They've blown it dead. They pushed a stack all the way out to the 25. Well, I thought forward progress would have been stopped well before that, but the stack moves out to the 25. It'll be 3rd and 5. That entire Cadet defensive front, a couple of the linebackers, all meeting there at the quarterback. But give the Wildcats credit, they kept pushing the stack. And when they've run up the middle, we've seen a lot of those gray jerseys kind of converge. L.J. Cooper Cam Cody, Paul Thompson, doing a great job there on that defensive front. Third, Scroggins. Duhay by himself again. Bob with the snap. Comes near side. Pop! JoJo Sutton just brought the lumber on Holden Ross and popped the ball loose. Incomplete. And JoJo's had a good first half. And it'll be fourth down as the Cadets will get the ball back. And he brought the stacked firewood right there. We'll name our stacked firewood defensive player of the game coming up. That was bringing the lumber right there. Two safeties back for BC. It will be Mekhi Williams and Bubba Frazier. Cadets playing off here for the return. And the punt is a high-hanging punt up the right side. Mekhi Williams going to let it go out of bounds. And the Cadets will take it. Let's see where they say it went out. As the official walking up the far side. He's going to keep going and still going. Holds up an anchor at the 34-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Cadets from the BC 34. And this is what you like to see. If Christian Gokel here's where he would say, hey, perfect scenario, 2:08 to go. Run your 2-minute offense, put a touchdown on the board, go up 21-3 right before the half. Only better scenario would have been if you get the ball coming out of the locker room. Here's Stephen Cannon, twins either side. They're working off the left hash here with 2:08. And he'll have Stanley Smart off to his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be an inside give. No, that's Bubba Frazier. Makes a man miss. He's still ahead. A flag comes out as he's across the 45. And it's going to be a hold against BC. So that'll back him up from the spot of the foul. We'll make it 2nd and 17. That was Stanley Smart on the carry. Would have been enough for a first down, but apparently had a little help breaking through the hole. So 1st and 17, just inside 2 minutes to go, and the clock will roll. Cadets will run the same formation. Twins either side, Smart to the right of Stephen Cannon. Here's Stephen. He will pull it. Looking. Now it's going to roll out here to the near side. Throws underneath, has a man. It's going to be caught and out of bounds at the 41. He finds Bubba Frazier out here in the flat. That's going to make it 2nd down and 3. So a gain of 14 on first down. And 2nd and very manageable. Clock stops with 1:38 to go here in the first half. Trips up top for Cannon here on 2nd and short. Caught over the middle. That's going to be a first down right at the midfield marker. Just a little quick slant in to Bubba Frazier. And the Cadets will move the chains. The BC brothers moving. Move the chains. First down. So 1st and 10. Cadets hurry up to the line. Clock starts back. 1:26. Here's the snap. Cannon looking quickly. Near side. Caught and out of bounds. Bubba Frazier. He'll get to the Westminster 46. So a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down and 6 with 1:20 to go before the half. Twins either side. Stanley Smart to the left of Stephen Cannon. Here's the snap. Cannon looking near side. Now going to be flush. Try to step up in the pocket. He rolls near side and still trying to shake and makes man miss. Spins and is going to get hit at the 44-yard line. Danny Britt wants a timeout. It'll be 3rd down and 4. And you see the elusiveness of Cannon there, trying to make a little something happen with his feet. Took a shot at the end. I know the coaches don't necessarily want to see that too often, but we'll come back after the timeout. It'll be 3rd and short for BC. This is WatchBCSports.com, brought to you by Islands Ace Hardware.
BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook. BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium as we get ready to come out of the timeout. It will be Cadet football, 3rd down and 3. And I would imagine with 1:09, if you don't get this, you'll probably go for it. You're in positive territory. Still not quite in Connor Ferguson range to try to field goal at this point. It would be, a 62-yarder if you got it from here. So you need to get a little bit more. And out of the timeout, a little offset pistol look for BC. Trips here to the near side. One to the left. Here's the snap to Cannon. They will give it Stanley Smart straight ahead. He didn't get anything. And now a timeout has been called. Danny Britt, and they're going to talk about this on 4th down. They lost a yard, so it's going to be 4th down. They're going to need a full 5 to try to go for this. And now decision time. Do you give Westminster, if you don't get this, a shot with about a minute, 55 or so yards from the end zone, or do you just punt it deep? And Westminster at that point would probably just take a knee and then get the ball to start the second half. I think if you're Danny Britt, you're talking about, hey, our offense has been moving it all half long. We need 5 yards. What can we dial up to get this first down and go put points on the board? The little flat routes have been open on this drive. Of course, on 4th and 5, they may step up to try to guard that. So a little gamesmanship for A.J. DePhillips and Danny Britt to try to dial something up here on 4th down and 5 with 1:05 to go here before the half. Westminster walking back out. And it doesn't look like the Cats thought about it very long. They're going to go for it. I never saw the punt team remotely walk out there. And they're going to go for this. From the Westminster 45, it'll be 4th down and 5. With 1:05 to go, they'll put trips here to the right. One receiver tucked in tight up top of the formation. Stanley Smart is to the right of Stephen Cannon. 2 deep safeties for Westminster. They walk a couple of linebackers up in the box. Here's the snap. Cannon going to roll here to the near side. Throw in the flat. It is caught. That is Mallard. That is just across the 40 at the 39. That should be a first down. Nice pitch and catch to Ron Mallard. And they'll move the chains with 58 seconds. Michael Hogan has come in at tight end and playing for John Lilly, who was out today for BC. So Hogan, the senior, in there at tight end. Twins up top, one here to the short side. Here's Cannon with the snap. Steven, all kinds of time. Going to let it fly over the middle. Has a man. It's caught and dropped. Did he catch it again? Yes, he did. Josh Washington. He caught it, popped out, and caught it again as he was falling to the ground. No, that was Bubba Frazier. With a 4 to 7, they're wearing the dark grays with the dark numbers. Sometimes it's hard to see. That was Bubba Frazier. Caught it, it popped out, and he caught it as he was falling to the ground. Now here's a quick give. This is straight ahead towards the 10-yard line. And we have a timeout, BC. That's their last timeout, 35.6 to go here before the half. Unbelievable play by Bubba Frazier. And buying time was Stephen Cannon. He rolled to his right. Frazier kind of over the middle, caught it. It kind of popped off of his chest, and as he got hit and was falling to the ground, he reeled it back in. Unbelievable play down near the 10-yard line. And it'll be second down. They can get a first down, but the Cadets are out of timeout. So first down you can get at the 3-yard line. So a little bit of room down there, but with no timeouts, you're going to have to probably have 2 plays called up if you get tackled in bounds. As they talk to their offensive line, specialists are off to another side as they talk about this play call. And again, I think with no timeouts, you're going to have a couple of plays dialed up here, or you're just banking on 3 plays kind of towards the end zone. So trips up top. Stanley Smart to the left of Cannon, and Ron Mallard will be the lone receiver here to the bottom of the formation. Here's the snap. Cannon looking. He's going to be brought down and sacked back at the 20. And when you run some of those empties like that, it's 5 on 6 or 7, and Westminster simply just brought more than BC could block. They're going to run out the field goal unit. Clock rolls, 20 seconds. And again, BC can't stop it. Why not just spike the ball? It's third down. You could kick it on fourth, but clock continues to roll. And now Westminster calls a timeout. Boy, I'm surprised they did that. BC was rushing out the field goal unit with no timeouts, and Westminster, I think, kind of bailed him out with 12 seconds, calling a timeout. 14-3, and they are going to be on the right hash. So this will be a 37-yarder for Connor Ferguson from the right hash. And the Cadets will try to take it to the locker room, up 17-3. Again, kind of some strange situation here. You get sacked, and you rush the field goal kicking team out. You could have just stayed out there, calmed everybody down, and said, spike the ball with 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and it would have been fourth down. And kick the field goal, and you kind of take your time, not feel rushed. They didn't like to do that, and then Westminster calls timeout with 12 seconds, and you kind of give BC a chance to regroup, and now they're going for it on third down. So now instead of kicking the field goal, BC's going to go for it here, third down with 12 seconds, so they're going to probably take it to the end zone. Twins either side, 2 deep safeties for Westminster. And again, unexplicable timeout by Coach Romberg, and he's going to take another timeout. Didn't like how BC came out and lined up, but you went from they were going to kick the field goal to now they're going to try for a touchdown. And I think from a coaching standpoint, just very strange because BC was out of timeouts. They were rushing the field goal unit on, and you kind of bailed them out. 1, by calling timeout, and 2, you left 12 seconds on the scoreboard. So you have more than enough time to tell Stephen Cannon, throw it in the end zone or throw it away, and we'll kick the field goal. So it's not like you need something to happen quick. 12 seconds, plenty of time to run a full route concept, get it in the end zone for a touchdown. Just strange timeout call there by Jerry Romberg of Westminster. And you're going to allow BC a chance to possibly go up 21-3. So Twins up top of the formation will be Washington and Ron Mallard. Down to the bottom, you've got Bubba Frazier and Makai Williams. Stanley Smart to the left of Stephen Cannon. Wildcats have changed it up. Only 1 deep safety. They slant him over to Bubba and Makai Williams' side. Here's the snap. Cannon rolls here to the near side. Looking. Cannon going to stop, throw it out of bounds. He couldn't get anywhere. He was over by the sideline and throws it away with 5 seconds. And BC will have to kick the field goal. So nice defense by Westminster. Kind of worked out for him, but boy, inexplicable timeout call there to give BC a chance to even run that play. And now after the incomplete pass, plenty of time for the field goal unit to set up here. It will be a 37-yarder for Connor Ferguson. Out of the hold of Robert Leonard. Here's the snap. The hold is good. Connor Ferguson right through the pipes. And good. That'll send us to the half. 37-yard field goal. And the Cadets lead it 17-3. Westminster will get the football when we start the second half. But the Cadets, again, use all the 2 minutes in the offensive arsenal there to come up and put points on the board before the half hits. And they lead it 17-3. We're coming right back. The Bernard Williams halftime report is on the way. Cadets lead at the locker room. We're coming right back here on WatchBCSports.com.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Have I prepared enough? There'll be unexpected turns. When things get tough, I need to stick to the game plan. No regrets. I'm ready. Are you? Get ready. Contact Abel's Iron-On Moore & Associates today and see why they are different. Because nobody ever wishes they'd saved less for retirement.
BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook. BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook. BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Island's Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Island's Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace Hardware is celebrating. Looking for authentic, traditional Southern cuisine for your next special event, reunion, wedding, or celebration in Savannah? For over 45 years, Barnes Restaurant is the most experienced, trusted caterer in all of Savannah. Groups 50 to 5,000. No event too big or small. Barnes does it all. Online at barnesrestaurant.com.
Here. Welcome back here. We're at the half, the Bernard Williams halftime report, as we are joined by a special guest. And we'll let him put on his headset here and join us, Tony Yerk, who is the athletic director at Blessed Sacrament, former BC guy as well. You got kids at BC. You are.
I have one kid at BC.
You're BC. I'm trying to say that.
Two Blessed Sacrament, yes.
Well, again, talk about this youth night out here tonight, and just talk about when you get to this environment, you get the young kids with an opportunity to kind of see what's coming down the road for them.
Oh, especially the Dogs night tonight and middle school night tonight, it's been real special tonight. Those kids love to get on the field with the players and run out, and they do a quote unquote high five tunnel to get it. And then actually tonight they got to run out with the team. I thought it was amazing. I mean, how would you like to be a 10-year-old? And where do you want to go? I mean, this is the only environment I've ever seen that you to run out with a high school team that's won multiple state champions.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
A wonderful night and a long layoff to get the football back here tonight. But you mentioned you went to BC, and I asked everybody that we talked to just kind of what it means, because it's a unique experience, unlike a lot of high school experiences that it is that brotherhood that they talk about. What does that mean to you?
Unbelievable. I guess my quote-unquote BC story, I actually moved here in 1991, like literally 2 weeks before BC started. So August 1st, and I got to, rewind. I was from Virginia. My parents did a house hunting trip, came back up to Virginia, and it's like, you're going to an all-boys Catholic military school. And in Virginia, I was like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
What did I do wrong? But no, I came down here. We started football practice 2 weeks before school. I met a bunch of kids, and, bought in. It was the best thing I ever did. It was amazing. I still probably talk to about 20 guys from my class of 95 on a regular basis. And they're the best friends I've ever had. I cannot complain. It's a unique experience. Greg Marketing used to be, the development director,
right?
And it is a special place. That's what he kept saying, and it is as true as it can be.
You missed Friday nights, so I know you stay pretty busy with the young kids. They'll drive you crazy, but do you miss the Friday nights of it all?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I got a sophomore here now, so I mean, just watching him, it's surreal. It's very cool to be 24 years later, watching it all kind of come around.
And as you said, a program that has really taken off in the last 15 or so years since Danny Britt's got here, and now it's almost like, hey, you expect to be there in December playing for the state championship.
You're right.
A lot of people talk about it, and it kind of starts that building block with what you guys are doing. Blessed Sacrament, and those guys are, hey, we're ready to go play for BC now. It's like, hey, chill out. You got a few more years to go.
You're right, man. You're talking about Blessed Sacrament. You talk about those kids on the field like Aaron Mallard, Stanley Smart. I mean, they're sophomores. They all went through Blessed Sacrament. It is fun for me to watch those kids because you're like, I've seen them since 6th grade, like being amazing there. Now watching them out here, especially Aaron, man, he's really come along. Buford here, I mean, he's coming along. You're right, coming along. It's pretty amazing.
I imagine that's the special part as the athletic director is you see kids, and I tell people this because you're around youth sports enough. You're like, you never know who's going to be that kid, but you also can look at some kids and go, they got it at 6 and 7 years old, and then you see, hey, they're good now. Wait till they grow 6 inches and put on 50 pounds. And I imagine for you, it's every day going, this kid's going to be really good, and this kid's going to be really good, and you just get to see it come to fruition out here.
Absolutely. It's really amazing to watch. There's a couple kids there now that when they get here, they're going to make a statement.
Talk about being at the middle school, head over the middle school athletic program, and kind of what you guys are all about and your mission and what you're looking to do there with Blessed Sacrament.
Well, I mean, I think Blessed Sacrament, just like any of these parochial schools, they take, athletics builds teamwork, it builds character, and I think they really push that at Blessed Sacrament. So we have, volleyball, cross country, football in the fall, basketball, all the sports. We want those kids not to be just good students, but to get a well-rounded education, well-rounded just experience, and athletics is part of that. It builds character and team, and so we really push that there, and we take a lot of pride in athletics. So I think we've been very blessed to have really good football teams, basketball teams in the past, and there's a cycle. They're up and down, but it's good to watch.
Yes,
it's good to be a part of.
Especially in today's age where, kids can go home and sit on the phone or do whatever. It's good to have them involved.
100%. 100%.
I say that about my kids. I'm like, go play something so that you're not sitting around, on the phone or looking at TV or something all day long.
I always say that with my wife. And they're talking about when my kid asks for a new bat or new shoes or new cleats, I'm like, I go ahead and get it. They're like, I'd rather do whatever I can do to keep those kids outside than in the playroom playing a video game.
Absolutely. And again, this is a team that's off to an interesting start. BC playing some top competition. You got Westminster tonight up 17-3 here at the half, and then the gauntlet continues, and that's what it's about. Playing. Danny Britt talks about, hey, I want to play the best we can play, and you got Ware County, one of the top teams in the state next week, Warner Robins the week after that, one of the top teams. You're going to play top-level competition here, and I know that's why folks come here to BC to play those kind of ball games.
Absolutely. They, it's going back to my class or whatever, it's different. We had a region, and we did as good as we could, but now it is legit. What they say, the top 3 schedule in the nation or whatever to begin with, and they're legit. Hopefully we'll continue like Warner Robins, Wayne, Ware, whatever. Yeah, Perry. Keep going and hopefully get all the way to the dome again, right?
Yeah,
that's the thing to play Buford to see what we got.
Yeah, that was, I got to say, and it was such one of those games, I'll get it from your perspective, where you saw the week before against Raven Gap, and then you're like, oh boy, now you're going to go play one of the top teams in the country.
Right.
And to see how that game played out, it was like, oh, wait a minute, this might be a little bit more of the team we thought we were going to see, and it was, tooth and nail right down there to literally the last minute.
Oh, so I did not get to go to the Raven Gap game. I got to watch it. I was on business. A business trip, but I was like, what is going on? Where is this team at? But then I was at Buford, and that team is supposed to be the team in the state of Georgia. And to watch them have to pull out 4 trick plays to beat this BC team that was 0-2 at that point. Or
0-1.
0-1. So that was their second loss. But to be beat handily the first game. And so that was, I mean, you don't ever want to say moral victory, but that was a building block to where I think they're going to be fine.
And again, a nice lead tonight, 17-3. They lead it over at Westminster. Tony Yerk, our guest here at the half. Tony, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. We're coming right back to the BC halftime show brought to you by Bernard Williams here on WatchBCSports.com.
The honor, the heritage, the tradition of excellence. The home for Benedictine Cadets football is WatchBCSports.com. All the games, play-by-play, and in-depth analysis. Home of the Danny Britt Show. Be a part of the action as your Benedictine Cadets take the field in their quest for yet another championship. On the official home of the Cadets, WatchBCSports.com. And look for us on Facebook and Instagram at WatchBCSports. Bowtie Barbecue has always been a work of passion. It takes time, skill, and a blend of perfect temperature, wood, smoke, and meats. We just took it up a notch. Taste the passion. Bowtie Barbecue, 6724 Waters Avenue, Savannah.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Welcome back here to our Bernard Williams halftime report as we are at the half. 17-3, Cadets lead it over at Westminster as the Cadets held them to just 3. JoJo Sutton got the scoring open for BC with a 2-yard touchdown run to cap off an 80-yard drive on the Cadets' second possession of the ball game, and Sutton plunged in there and got BC the lead. Then Cadets on a quick change of possession on a botched punt. Wyatt Estabrook gets the ricochet. They call it down on the very next play. A quick rollout pass to Jack Ganem, who then turns and throws it to the end zone to Mekhi Williams. Halfback pass there for Jack Ganem, and BC goes up 14-3. Cadets then kick the ball back off. They stop Westminster quickly, get the ball back with 2 minutes left to go before the half, and they drive down. And then a strange sequence of events there where you take a sack. You have no timeouts. You used all your timeouts to get to that point. Stephen Cannon takes a sack on second down. On third down, you're running your kicking unit out there because there's less than 20 seconds to go. You can't stop the clock. I thought BC maybe could have clocked the football, gone out there, taking the time, spiked it with 2-3 seconds left, kicked the field goal. It's what ended up happening anyways, but inexplicably, Westminster calls timeout. So BC comes out and runs a play to try to go to the end zone. They get stopped and had to throw it out of bounds and then kick the field goal. But just kind of strange clock management both sides of the football field there, where BC was rushing out to kick a field goal. Could have clocked it on third down and kind of not rushed. Westminster bails them out with a timeout with 12 seconds left, and BC ends up kicking the field goal anyway. So, again, just kind of a strange end to the first half there for both of these teams. But the Cadets look like they're coming out. We talked about it in the pregame show. Run the football, run the football, run the football. That's what Danny Britt had talked to us about and said, look, why we can't run the football has been inexplicable. We've got to figure something out where we can get something going in the run game. They've been able to do that tonight. The jet sweeps up inside has been working better consistently in the run game, and I think BC made a kind of point of emphasis, especially early on. We're going to run the football, and they haven't put it all on Stephen Cannon. About the only bad that we've seen was on a rollout by Stephen Cannon. Got flushed out of the pocket. He rolls to his left, kind of tries to buy time, and throws back across his body middle of the field. It gets picked off. Really had 10, 15 yards of green grass in front of him. If he just tucks it and runs, it's a first down. Probably you live to play another down. So that's the only bad spot for BC really in the first half. Defensively, they've kind of let them play between the 20s and bottled them up. And Westminster with just the lone field goal to show for their efforts. We're counting you down towards the second half. This is the Bernard Williams halftime report here on WatchBCSports.com.
When When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook. Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Island's Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Island's Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Looking for authentic, traditional Southern cuisine for your next special event, reunion, wedding, or celebration in Savannah? For over 45 years, Barnes Restaurant is the most experienced, trusted caterer in all of Savannah. Groups 50 to 5,000. No event too big or small. Barnes does it all. Online at barnesrestaurant.com.
Have I prepared enough? There'll be unexpected turns. When things get tough, I need to stick to the game plan. No regrets. I'm ready. Are you? Get ready. Contact Abel's Iron-On Moore & Associates today and see why they are different. Because nobody ever wishes they'd saved less for retirement.
Welcome back here to the Bernard Williams halftime report. Cadets lead at 17-3. Westminster going to get the football to start the second half. Reminder, next week we're back on the road against Ware County. We'll be down in Waycross at Memorial Stadium for BC and the Gators. And we will be on the air at 7 o'clock with Christian Gokel and myself. We'll have the video coverage for you next week. Again, no video at the home games of gameplay. That is per the Cadets' request that we do that. So we will have video next week on the road for Ware County, and then the following week as well up at Warner Robins. So looking forward to bringing you that coverage here on WatchBCSports.com in the next couple of weeks. Again, Ware County, one of the top teams in the state in 4A. They're in a battle with, I believe, a team out of Florida tonight. So I think Lincoln of Tallahassee rolled into Waycross, so no slouch rolling in against the Gators the week before they play BC either. So no bye week for them as Ware County playing tonight down in the Swamp. I think it's 7-3 at last check. Lincoln of Tallahassee was winning, so that's what the Cadets are up against coming up next week, and we'll look forward to that as we get a little closer. Don't forget the Danny Britt Show every week out at Bowtie Barbecue. Christian Gokel sits down with the head coach of the Cadets and talks about the upcoming football game, and he'll recap what's happened tonight here as well. We'll talk to Coach Postgame Show as well. But Cadets lead at 17-3 at the half. We are coming right back. We'll bring you the second half action right here on WatchBCSports.com.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com. When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Island's Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Island's Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Tradition, honor, a culture of excellence. This is Benedictine Cadets football, built by helpful Islands Ace Hardware, Savannah's locally owned and operated Ace Hardware. Tonight, live from the home of the Cadets, Memorial Stadium in Savannah, your Benedictine Cadets welcome the Westminster Wildcats of Atlanta, Georgia. Now, here's your hosts, Kevin Thomas and Christian Gogel.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium as we get ready to start the second half. Cadets will kick it off to Westminster. They lead it 17-3, and looking to improve to 2-2 on the football season. Again, with a 20-day layoff in between football games, they have come out and run the football rather well here in the first half, and really, again, kind of went deep into playbook a little bit. A double pass, if you will, from Jack Gainham to Mekhi Williams, and that's what got them the second touchdown of the ball game. Stephen Cannon been pretty effective for the most part. One interception on the night got him in some trouble, just an ill-advised pass thrown across his body, but other than that, has ran the offense beautifully. Running game has looked a little better for BC. I'm sure Coach Brent will tell us post-game there's some areas to clean up, but by and large, their best consistent offensive effort tonight running the football that we've seen here in 2024. So a lot to build upon there in the first half. They need one more half of good football and get you ready for Ware County coming up next week in the Swamp, and we'll have that one for you coming up as well right here on WatchBCSports.com. We are built by Islands Ace Hardware. Speaking of Ware, they are losing 7-0 at the half there in Waycross. So Lincoln of Tallahassee coming into Waycross, and they are currently up on the Ware County Gators 7-0. So going to be a slobber knocker next week in the Swamp. And BC's got 2 quarters to get through before they can worry about that one. It will be Connor Ferguson to kick it off. And BC will kick it, looks like, left to right here to get things going. And they will work towards the south end zone, will the Cadets, or the closed end zone here at Memorial Stadium. Again, Cadets wearing white pants with the gray tops tonight, gray helmets. Westminster in all white. White pants, white tops, trimmed up in green, green numbers, and the green helmets. And they will send a double safety back to receive this kick, although Connor Ferguson hadn't given them anything to return tonight. As we're ready to go here in the second half, Cadets football, built by Islands Ace Hardware. Coming up post-game, we'll name our Cool Vibes Pizza player of the game and our Stacked Firewood defensive player of the game, as Connor's going to send it down right at the goal line. They're going to bring it out 15 and across the 20, 25, and hit at the 30-yard line is Mason Thies. A nice return and decent field position here for Westminster to start the third quarter. Officially out to the 31-yard line is where the Wildcats will take over there. And again, the Cadets defensively, a solid effort, flowing to the football. Done a good job on the interior run game. Give a lot of credit to Paul Thompson, Cam Cody, L.J. Cooper, Third Scroggins. They've done a good job up front there. Isaiah Jones, outside linebacker. They've done a good job flowing to those inside runs. And it's 1st and 10 here for Westminster. Michael Buhay, the senior quarterback, leads him out. He'll put a man in motion left to right across the formation. He'll take the snap. A little counter give inside. Cadets read it well. And that is going to be Isaiah Jones. And looks like L.J. Cooper coming up off the bottom of the stack after a 6-yard run. And again, that was just a counter give to Will Barton. So 2nd down, we'll call it 4 from the Westminster 38. Cadets with 3 down linemen. Now they'll walk those outside linebackers up there. Trips here to the short side. Here's Buhay, straight drop. They'll flare it out in the flat. Good pursuit. And couldn't quite get him, but nice close and a pickup tackle. You had Isaiah Jones in pursuit, trying to see who made the stick on the far sideline. I think it was Zach Maxwell coming down. And he dropped him down after a gain of 2. So give Zach Maxwell good kudos for playing physical there from his corner spot. Jones kind of had him stretched out, and then Maxwell slammed the door. 3rd down and 2 from the Westminster 40. And here's the snap. High snap going to be brought down. Oh, nicely met in the hole in the interior. That defense just shut the door. That was big Cam Cody, Paul Thompson in there. And they tried to give it straight ahead, and he got absolutely nothing. So give Paul Thompson and Cam Cody, they had a big night there on the interior of that line. And they slammed the door closed. Cadets going to get the ball back here. 9:52 to go on the 3rd. Makai Williams, Bubba Frazier back deep for BC. Here's the snap. And the punt is a nice high hanging punt. Makai going to let it hit. Takes a high bounce. He'll field it at the 16, and he'll get brought down back at the 15, trying to run out of there. One of those where if you let it go, it probably takes a roll inside the 10. You grab it off the high bounce, and you at least keep it out there at the 15. I know Danny Britt's told us in the past, you let that roll, it costs you 10, 15 yards almost every time just by not fielding the kick. So here's Stephen Cannon, junior quarterback, leading them back out there, twins either side. And Stanley Smart will stand off to Cannon's right. Put a man in motion. Here's the snap. Cannon going to give it to him. And this is Bubba Frazier coming near side and spinning. And no, that's Josh Washington, rather. All these single digits and dark jerseys. Make it hard to see, but Josh Washington is going to get a gain of about 15. Make it 16 all the way out to the 31. And that's just a little jet sweep from the wide receiver. And we're seeing the running game start to pick up here for BC. Twins up top. 2 tight ends here to the short side. They'll give it short side. And this is Smart straight ahead. A flag comes in. And they're going to get BC with a hold. And that's going to back it up. That's about the 3rd or 4th holding penalty on BC tonight. You know, Coach Britt's not going to be excited about that.
Hard on the carry. There was a flag on the play for holding against Benedictine.
Clock, for some reason, has continued to run while they do this penalty.
First down and 20.
And probably 10 seconds ran off while they were marking off the hole. They're going to radio up and tell them to reset the game clock. And I will say the clock operator not been on his A game tonight, as there's been several times the clock just continued to roll. And they're trying to get the game clock reset. It says 8:24 presently. And now they got an 8:47. Twins up top. They got an H-back to the left. And Stephen Cannon in a shotgun. You take the snap, fake the inside give. Cannon will tuck it, trying to get away from some pressure. Now throw it. Has an outlet pass caught. That's Jack Ganem. And he'll get out to the 25, and a flag comes in. And just nice poise and confidence for Stephen Cannon. He had guys, they're going to wave the flag off. So give Ganem out to the 27-yard line. He'll get about 6 or 7 of it back. It'll be second down and about 13 or 14. 14, where they'll officially mark it. So, again, had to move away from some pressure and presence of mind enough to just dump it underneath to Gannon, who was waiting on it. Trips up top for Cannon, now an empty backfield. Cannon with the snap, he'll throw it out. Smart, caught and hit immediately, but keeps his feet and pushes ahead to the 31 before he's popped out of bounds. Big number 26, Jack DeButz, running back, comes up and pops him from his linebacker spot. And it'll be third down and 9 after a gain of about 4 or 5 there for Stanley Smart. Twins up top, Twins at the bottom for the Cadets. 5-man front. Westminster showing blitz. Now Cannon going to change the protection. He'll step back. 7:34 and counting. They'll move Stanley Smart to the other side. They'll put Ganem in motion. Trips up top now, and a flag comes in. Did they get delay a game? They did. Delay a game against BC. Just could not get the snap off. And maybe a second late. Back them up. It'll be 3rd and 14.
That's the ball at 5 yards.
So 3rd and 14, certainly a little different than 3rd and 9 offensively here. They'll keep the same formation. They'll put Smart over to the left of Stephen Cannon. Ganem across the formation. Here's the snap. Cannon got some time in the pocket, going to step up, trying to buy time, now flows to his left. And going to throw it, has a man, and is caught and dropped. Oh, had him. Had Jack Ganem, threw it a scooch behind him, and I think Cannon was across the line of scrimmage, so ineligible downfield. Those linemen, I guess it kind of started sneaking up, trying to protect Stephen Cannon. Ineligible is going to be declined. It'll be 4th and 15. BC is going to have to punt the football. Again, you like the playmaking ability of Stephen Cannon. Buys a lot of time there in the pocket when things collapse. And found a receiver, threw it a scooch behind him, and Ganem couldn't hold on. It was going to be all for naught anyway, as he had an ineligible receiver downfield. And now with 7:15, Cadets are going to punt the football. The snap. Connor Ferguson hangs one high up in the air. Going to be fair caught at the 30, maybe the 29. Let's see if they give him the benefit of the doubt up there towards the 30. Little hop step back. They'll put the nose of the football on the 30. Nice punt by Connor Ferguson. So Westminster will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30. With the score, Cadets 17 and Westminster 3. And again, the Cadet defense, outside of the first couple of drives, have really bowed their backs and shut things down. They've allowed just 3 points to this point. And that's showing blitz here on 1st down. Now they'll back a linebacker out of there. Michael Buhay, the snap. Looking, he'll flare it out to the running back. It's going to be caught. Nice pursuit and brought down after a gain of only 1 or 2. That is. Looks like that was Scott. Isaiah Jones. From his linebacker spot, kind of caught the running back out there, a gain of just a couple. Going to bring up 2nd down. And again, this is what we saw with Westminster last year. Not a lot of hurry up in their offense. And down 2 scores. Out of the pistol here for Westminster. 2 receivers here to the near side. The snap. And they'll run a reverse. Coming back the other way, BC read it well and brought down. They're going to lose 2 yards. Way to hang home on the backside. I think that was, I want to say that was Isaiah Jones again. Third Scroggins hung out on the backside of that play. Great contained by both outside linebackers last couple of plays for Isaiah Jones and Third Scroggins that time. They didn't bite and hung around on the backside, and when the reverse came, they were sitting right there, third down. Officially no gain on the play, so 3rd and 8. Trip receivers for Westminster. Here's Buhay. Oh, the pocket just collapsed, and he's going to go down. Big Cam Cody in there. Third Scroggins rolled up the left side. L.J. Cooper rolled up the right side, and Cam Cody was there to close down the middle, and BC going to get the ball back. Nicely done by the Cadet defense. And you talk about winning battles. 55-71, 58-51, 11. They're winning battles all day long on that defensive front. And now the punt back to the Cadets. Oh, they almost got there. Line driving punt. Makai Williams going to field it at the 33. He's going to work back towards the middle of the field. Makes a man miss at the 40. Coming near side 45. He's across midfield. Turns the corner to the 45, 40. 35, 30. He's got a blocker set up 20. 15 tries to cut back 10 and brought down at the 9-yard line. Amari Burris leading the block down there at the 15. And Makai cut back inside. And BC's got 1st and goal from the 9. What a play. On a flag all the way back at the 48 of Westminster. Hopefully that's not a hold against BC. What a return by Makai Williams. And the laundry has been flying with great haste here in the second half. I think this is going to be against BC. Everybody marching it off from the 48. That'll be a block in the back on the Cadets. And so instead of 1st and goal from the 9, it's 1st and 10 from the BC 40. Make up your mind, 41, 42. Where are we going? 42-yard line. So back at the BC 42, 1st and 10, 4:33 to go here in the third. Cadets with a 17-3 lead. Cannon takes the snap, straight drop. Faces a rush, they throw underneath. This is caught, flag comes out again. And I imagine where this was thrown, it's, what is it, a sideline warning against BC.
Washington on reception.
And you can see Danny Britt already hot about that.
Sideline warning on Benedictine.
So they'll take the play. It'll be out at the 50-yard line, so 8 yards on 1st down. And now Cannon out of a pistol. Takes the snap. Steven will give it straight ahead. This is smart. Breaks through a big hole down towards the 40 and the 39 of Westminster. Give him a big 11-yard run on 2nd and short. And Stanley Smart just came straight downhill at him.
First down.
And that'll be a BC 1st down. A BC Brothers moving the chains. 1st down. BC Brothers moving. Helping us bring you the 1st downs all season long. A tip pass intercepted. That's just unfortunate. Hit off a lineman's head. Bounced about 8 yards forward. And the linebacker for Westminster just ran under it and picked it off. 2nd interception of the night for Stephen Cannon off the tip pass. And Westminster going to take back over on their own 34-yard line. Just unfortunate for Stephen there. He's trying to read a receiver slanting across the middle and just got tipped up. And it was just a dying quail hanging around the 35-yard line. And Westminster just ran under it and brought it in. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Here's Bouvet back at quarterback. Twins up top, Twins here to the near side. And out of the shotgun always. Bouvet takes a drop. Throws here short. Underneath, going to be caught and nicely read. JoJo Sutton. And he'll bring him down after a gain of about 1.5. So Sutton read that well. And it'll be second down.
Gain of about 2 seconds and 8.
Beautiful night for football here in Savannah. It's not quite as hot as it was the last time we were here. Got the full moon out there in the distance with its orange color. Makes you think of Halloween. We're not quite to October yet. Trips up top for Westminster. One here to the short side. Buhay, straight drop. Steps up in the pocket. Forced here to his right. Going to throw it low and caught. BC says no. Official says yes. And now they're waving incomplete. It's going to bring up third down and 8. Official initially was saying he caught it, but JoJo Sutton saying no. Danny Britt was saying no here on the near sideline. Be third down and 9. 3:09 to go here in the third. Cadets lead at 17-3. Trips up top for Westminster. One here short side on third down. BC's coming after him. Boy, Cam Cody's in his face. Throws underneath. Nicely read. There's Larson Little. Hit him as soon as he got the football. Going to lose a yard. And you just saw number 9 flying up there from his middle linebacker spot. And Larson closed the door. It's going to be fourth down, and Westminster going to have to punt. And I don't know if anybody blocked Cam Cody, or if he just threw him to the side. He was back there as soon as the ball was snapped. And that defensive front for BC putting in work here in the second half. Here's the punt. Oh, BC almost got there again. High hanging punt. Mackay got a fair catch it this time. Just outside the 20 at the 22, 23-yard line. 2:21 to go here in the third. Cadets will take over there, first and 10. And leading it by 2 scores. You'd like to tack some more points on here just to feel a little bit better about things. It's just a 2-score ball game. And kind of an unfortunate interception the last time out on a tipped ball. It just kind of bounced up in the air and hung around for a little bit too long. So here come the Cadets. 2:21 to go in the third. Working left to right. Trips down here to the wide side of the field. One up top. And here's the snap. Cannon going to give Stanley Smart. He'll trip ahead off the left side. And he'll get brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him a gain of about 5 on first down.
And
again, those are the runs you need if you're going to try to keep that offense going. And we'll talk to Coach Britt following the game about that. That's been a big sore spot the first 3 games is the lack of a running game. Second down, here's the snap. And Cannon going to keep it himself off the busted play, and he'll get sacked back at the 25. And from the jump, he kind of looked to hand it off and nothing doing. So it'll bring up third down and about 7. They need to get to the BC 33-yard line in order to keep this drive alive. Minute 20 and counting here in the third. You got Bubba Frazier, Jack Ganem, and trying to see who else is here to the near side. One receiver up top. They'll empty the backfield with Smart. And underneath the dump to Bubba Frazier. Got a screen set up. First down and more in the 40, 45, 50. It's a foot race, 40, 35, 30. Nobody's going to catch Bubba. It's a touchdown. On third and 8, a little underneath screen. No, 75 yards, Stephen Cannon to Bubba Frazier. And that's a Cadet touchdown. And you saw the Jets about the 50-yard line, and nobody was catching him. And Bubba pulled away like he was at a drag strip and left him in the dust. 23-3. Bubba Frazier, 75 yards for the touchdown. And now Connor Ferguson, the point after. This to make it 24-3. We talked about tacking on some more. They'll do just that. Ferguson's point after is good. 24-3. Cadets take the lead and extend the lead. We're coming right back. This is WatchBCSports.com.
Alumni-owned Stacked Firewood Delivery. We're all about the best premium firewood, conveniently delivered in manageable stacks at the right price. We're talking kiln-dried, pest-free firewood. You see, our custom stack is equal to about 10 fires. Choose oak, cherry, hickory, or mixed hardwoods. Stacked Firewood Delivery. Go to stackedwood.com. That's stackedwood.com. At Benedictine alumni-owned Stacked.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Benedictine leads at 24-3, 75-yard hookup, Stephen Cannon to Bubba Frazier. And that's what you like to see. Cadets breaking out here late in the third quarter and give yourself even a little more breathing room in case something strange happens. 24-3, 54 seconds to go here in the third. Connor Ferguson to kick it left to right here for the Cadets. And he'll drive it up the left hash, and it will be right at the goal line. They'll run it out at the 10, 15, and still on his feet, make him in miss at the 20. It's Morgan on the return. He'll get brought down at the 21-yard line. Actually, that was Mason Thies, or Thies. 44 seconds to go here in the third. And the Cadets with that score have busted it open here. Defense has played really well here in the third quarter. Really all game long, but have really locked things down here in the third. They've kind of taken away the bread and butter of Westminster here in the second half. They'll flip the formation. They'll put trips up top. They got a tight end here to the near side. And here's Buhay out of a shotgun. Man in motion left to right. They'll fake the give. Buhay's going to roll to his right. Thompson giving chase. They throw. Have a receiver in the flat. Caught. First down. Upended by Zach Maxwell as he found Henry DeRiso out in the flat. And that'll be a first down for Westminster. I believe the first down of the second half allowed by this Cadet defense. 28 seconds and counting here in the third. Cadets lead at 24-3. First and 10 from the Wildcat 32-yard line. Here's Buhay on a straight drop. That man in his face and overthrows. I don't know that was a catchable ball. I think they're going to call Zach Maxwell with pass interference on the far sideline. The throw was behind the receiver to the outside and kind of more towards the Westminster bench. I don't know if what Zach did really had any effect on him catching it. Yeah, pass interference against BC. I don't know about that. There was a little bumping, but I don't know if, to me, it was a little more of uncatchable football. It was more towards the sideline and not really on target. It'll give Westminster a first down with 2.8 seconds. So one more play to go here in the third. And now here's Buhay. He'll put twins here to the short side. One up top and a tight end here to the left as well. Here's the snap. Straight drop. Looking. Throws short. Going to be caught. And brought down in BC territory by JoJo Sutton is Henry DeRiso. He'll have about 8 yards on first down. It'll be second down and 2 when we come back here to Memorial Stadium as we go to the fourth. Cadets leading at 24-3. This is WatchBCSports.com. We are built by Islands Ace Hardware.
Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Islands Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Islands Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace Hardware. BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium as we go to the fourth. Cadets leading at 24-3 and well on their way to evening up their record at 2-2. And again, region play starts next week as they'll make the trip to the Swamp. We'll have video next week on the road for you. At last check, Weir was losing to Lincoln of Tallahassee 7-0. And here's the give off to the right side, and in pursuit brought down is Isaiah Jones. He'll bring him down, but I believe Holden Ross is going to be very close. Now they're going to give him the first down at the BC 42. Isaiah Jones has had a nice ball game. Again, a lot of those front seven have played really well tonight for BC.
First down.
A lot of candidates for the Stacked Firewood Defensive Player of the Game. And now here's Buhay with the snap. He's got a man in his face. He'll throw it short. Caught, and it's going to be DeButts, and he'll be brought down. Zach Maxwell will clean it up. First hit by Isaiah Jones. And Maxwell will clean it up after a gain of about 4 to be second down and 6.
Up to about the 39-yard line for the second and 7.
And he hasn't been able to quite get there, but I don't know that anybody's blocked Cam Cody very much in the second half for Westminster. About every other play, it seems like he's running free in the backfield. He'll put Cody on the outside here. On 2nd and 6, here's Buhay, straight drop. Third, Scroggins going to get some lunch back there in the backfield, and a big sack, his second. All the way back in midfield, and he came untouched. They lost him, and he kind of came on a stunt and had a free shot there at Buhay and made him feel it all the way back. They're going to mark him forward progress at the 48, but Third drove him back to midfield and planted him in the turf. It's going to be 3rd down and 16. And there's one thing that we've noticed here in the second half. Westminster has not blocked much of anybody on that defensive front, or at least not very well. Third, Scroggins and Cam Cody have been running free a lot here in the second half. Paul Thompson's had his moments as well. He had a big sack in the first half. Here's Buhay on a little bubble screen to the wide receiver. Third, Scroggins there to eat him up. And he'll get maybe 3. It'll be 4th down and about 12. And we'll see what Westminster does here with 9:33 to go, down 3 scores. Looks like they're going to punt the football. And now the Wildcats back in punt formation. Who's that? Bubba Frazier back deep for BC at the 10-yard line. Snap is good. The punt, a line driver hanging up there, and it will hit at the 5 and take a BC bounce back towards the 15. And BC is going to get about 8 extra on that as it goes out at the 14-yard line. Officially 1st and 10 here for the Cadets with 8:54 to go in the ballgame. And this is one where you talk about moments and opportunities in the ballgame. They got it right before the half. 2 minutes, went down, kicked a field goal, got points. You'd like to see the Cadets put together about a 5-minute drive here or so, do most of it on the ground, running the football, and tack some points on. Well, you can just do what you did last time and give it to Bubba Frazier and let him run 75 yards. 1st and 10 from the Cadet 14. Here's the snap, the give. Josh Washington on a little jet sweep. He'll get across the 15 to the 17. Give him the 18. Gain of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 6. So we're starting to see the run game really starting to get consistent here in this one. 4 or 5 yards at a pop. Outside of the first drive, not a whole lot of negative runs. A few busted plays. Now out of the flex bone, they'll give it. This is Bubba Frazier, right side. He'll have a seam, have a first down across the 25 and get brought down at the 29-yard line off that right side. And that'll be a BC Brothers moving first down as BC Brothers moving the chains here at Memorial Stadium. And they can help move you to your next destination. Here's the snap. Cannon on 1st and 10. He'll throw back underneath. Caught Josh Washington. Works towards the sideline. He'll be brought down. A gain of about 1 to the 30-yard line. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 9. A little bit of a throwback screen there. And Westminster read it pretty well.
Westminster.
Twin receivers each side for Stephen Cannon here on 2nd and 9. Now they'll empty the backfield. Smart out in the flat. Cannon flush from the pocket. He will be sacked back at the 22. He just stood there a little too long before he decided to take off, and he was run down from behind. Brought down for William Whitcliffe, senior linebacker for Westminster. That's going to be 3rd down and 16 after the sack. And Cadets going the wrong way. 7-10 and counting here in the 4th quarter. And you can hear A.J. DePhillips upset at that play. In the booth next to us, banging on the desk. And now what do we have? Timeout Westminster with 6:56 to go here on this 3rd down and 16. We are coming right back. You are listening to Cadets Football. We are built by Island's Ace Hardware here on WatchBCSports.com.
At Benedictine alumni-owned Stacked Firewood Delivery, we're all about the best premium firewood, conveniently delivered in manageable stacks at the right price. We're talking kiln-dried, pest-free firewood. You see, our custom stack is equal to about 10 fires. Choose oak, cherry, hickory, or mixed hardwoods. Stacked Firewood Delivery. Go to stackedwood.com. That's stackedwood.com. Bowtie Barbecue has always been a work of passion. It takes time, skill, and a blend of perfect temperature, wood, smoke, and meats. We just took it up a notch. Taste the passion. Bowtie Barbecue, 6724 Waters Avenue, Savannah. Bowtie.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. 24-3 here in the 4th quarter. Cadets with a big 3rd down. Upcoming here, coming out of the timeout by Westminster. And Stephen Cannon sacked on that last play. And obviously not what the Cadets were looking for. Here is the snap. Cannon flush from the pocket, rolling to his right. And a flag comes in. He's going to run up the right side and out of bounds. Going to get about 10 on the play, but a flag way back in the BC backfield. That's got to be holding against the Cadets. And if you're Coach Romberg, do you decline the penalty? It looks like they're going to. And one reason I say do you decline the penalty would be holding plus 10 from about the 20. You really back BC up. You take the play. The Cadets got all the way out to the 35-yard line, so you're giving up about 20 yards of field position. And if BC punts the football, which they'll do, Connor Ferguson's got a great leg, so you just gave up a bunch of field position. I know you want to get the ball back, but that might have been one to make it 3rd and 27 or something, and let your defense make a play, save yourself some field position. But with 6:17 to go, they're going to get it back. And Connor Ferguson will punt it from the 34. Here's they came after it. Connor got a great punt off high in the air, fair catch at the Westminster 32. And so Connor did his job. And it'll be 1st and 10 from there with 6:10 to go.
Number 6. First down, Westminster. Ball marked at the 32-yard line.
Okay, that's looking to move to 2-2 on the season if they can finish up these final 6 minutes and 10 seconds. A lot of fans feel like they will, starting to head towards the parking lot. Make sure y'all turn on watchbcsports.com and listen to the rest of this one. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Buhay in the shotgun. Cadets will walk one linebacker up there. Here's the snap. Oh, Third Scroggins just bent the edge down and brought him down. Third Scroggins with another sack. And he is just abusing the right tackle of Westminster. Just bent him right around the edge. Buhay tried to take off, and Third grabbed him and brought him down. 2nd and 13.
About 40, 2nd and 13.
And right now, if you're Westminster, which direction do you go? Scroggins is beating you on the left, on your right side. Cam Cody's beating you up the middle. Paul Thompson's beating you on the other side. And Isaiah Jones is there covering the flat all night. Now, they haven't done anything here in the second half. They'll put Third around on the other side. They'll work against the tight end this time. Buhay with the tackle. Here comes the pressure. He's going to go down again. Cam Cody, Paul Thompson, and all the way back at the 26-yard line. And Thompson and Cody with a little sandwich there at the quarterback.
And Cam Cody also in on that play.
So 2 sacks on the night for Paul Thompson. 5 minutes to go, and I got to say the second half offensive line tape for Westminster probably not going to be very good. And you're seeing why Third Scroggins is so highly touted and headed to Miami. He is just moving his man 4 yards back right off the snap. Buhay snap. They'll run option here to the near side. Read nicely. Boy, how about Cam Cody playing the pitch? JoJo Sutton with the tackle, but Cam Cody busted through, and he started playing the pitch man on the option attack. See a whole lot of D tackles doing that, and that's going to go for a 3-yard loss. It'll be 4th down and 16, and Westminster going to have to punt the football. A lot of good tape for that defensive front for BC. And Danny Britt is a defensive guy. We'll have to like that. These guys are really doing a fantastic job. Here's the punt. High hanger. Going to be caught at the 39. Fair caught by Mackay Williams. And it will be 1st and 10 for BC at the 39. 3:43 to go here in this one. You'd like to see the Cadets not have to give the football back. Now, we said that last time, and they went backwards. Cadets will play Ware County next week. We'll have all the coverage for you right here on WatchBCSports.com. Again, not a home game, so we'll have the video for you next week from Memorial Stadium. Christian Gokel will be back with me next week. And we will be there in the swamps of Waycross for the Gators and the Cadets next Friday night. Cannon going to go under center. Cadets will run the flex bone formation. Frazier in motion. They'll give it to Smart straight ahead, and Stanley will get about 3 yards, maybe 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Well, Smart.
Again, that's just your straight ahead power run game. Let's see if the Cadets stick with that here. This final 3:20 and counting. They'll stay in that flex bone look. Cannon taking his time now under center. On 2nd down, they'll give it to Frazier into round. Got a nice ball set up, 50, 45, 40. There goes Bob up the right side, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. 57 yards. Bubba Frazier. He's got a 75-yard reception for a touchdown, and now a 57-yard touchdown run. And the Cadets extend the lead to 30-3 with 2:53 to go. And the speed too much for Westminster. You can see Bubba just pull away. DB gave up about the 15-yard line. Not going to run him down. And now the point after upcoming. And it is good. 31-3 Cadets. All out in front. We're coming right back. This is Cadets football built by Islands Ace Hardware on WatchBCSports.com.
Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Islands Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Islands Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Islands Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny.
Welcome back to WatchBCSports.com, and Cadets all out in front, 31-3 over Westminster with 2:53 to go here in this one. Connor Ferguson to kick it off from right to left. Cadets offensive coaches feel pretty good. They're packing up the gear here in the box next to us with 2:53 to go. Connor Ferguson going to drive it up the left hash, and it will go 3 yards deep into the end zone and a touchback. Westminster will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Cadets defense has really done a great job here in the second half. As good as the offense has been, this Cadet defense against Westminster here has just sucked all the life out of the offense. And we'll look to talk with Danny Britt coming up on the Attorney Jonathan Dunn postgame show, led by Attorney Jonathan Dunn. We'll chat with Coach Britt, look ahead to Ware County. Here's the snap. Buhay going to flare it out into flat. Caught and out across the 25, close to the 29-yard line. And that is going to be Mason Thies. And he'll pick up 8, and it'll be 2nd down and 2. Got some backups in there on defense for the Cadets. Bennett Conaway, a junior, in there at defensive end. Third Scroggins out of the ball game. Both your linebackers are back up, so Cadets going with the second unit, it looks like. And here's a run up the middle. That'll be a 1st down. So you've gone full second unit here. Paul Thompson going to come out. He was the lone holdout out there.
1st down, Westminster, ball at the 34.
Marquis Williams out there at corner. Rasheen Jackson in there at linebacker for the Cadets, sophomore. So you're going deep on the roster here for BC with 1:44. Here's the snap from Buhay. This is going to be DeButts. He'll turn around. Cadets in great pursuit. They knock his helmet off and drag him down.
Number 26, DeButts for the carry.
Who was that hit him? He's going to have to come out of the ball game. Number 65. No.
Ball marked at the 37-yard line, 2nd down.
That Connor Burnett. Unless I'm missing an updated roster. So it'll be 2nd down and about 7, 1:13 to go. Here's Buhay with the snap, high snap. They'll flare it out in the flat. Marquis Williams just upends him. Caught out in the flat. He's going to lose 6 yards. Back to the 33-yard line, and that was Holden Ross. And I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. He got upended by Marquis Williams right at 1 minute to go here in the ball game. And he threw the ball out in the flat, and Williams from his corner spot came right at him. And I think maybe just hit the turf, knocked the wind out of him. Helmet came right off. And he is laying flat on his back out there. You hope he's all right. You can see him moving and talking to him. I think maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. And he'll get up and walk it off. It was Mason Thies. And he is walking slowly to the far sideline. And Cadets trying to finish up this last minute. Trying to tell you, we got Robert Leonard in there at safety. Caden Johnson at one of the corner spots out there. Jaden Houston, Coach Houston's son, in there at linebacker.
Third down and 10.
Looks like Cole Schumann, if I am seeing that correctly in there, for BC on defense. 40 seconds to go. Here's the snap, and a give straight ahead, and that's going to go nowhere. Maybe a yard or two. It'll bring up fourth down, and that could be the last play of the ball game. I think Jerry Romberg's taking the headset off. He's walking towards midfield. Danny Britt walking towards midfield, and they're not going to snap the football. 31-3. Cadets are going to improve to 2-2, and a fantastic effort tonight by this Cadets football team. Defensively spectacular, offensively spectacular as well. Bubba Fraser's 2 second-half touchdowns, one a 75-yard pass reception, a 56-yard touchdown run, and the Cadets will win it 31-3 over Westminster. Region play starts next week. We'll chat with Danny Britt coming up in just a little bit as his Cadets improve to 2-2. Region play right around the corner, and he will join us in the Attorney Jonathan Dunn postgame show. We'll name our player of the game, brought to you by Cool Vibes Pizza, and also our Stacked Firewood defensive player of the game. We're coming right back. Attorney Jonathan Dunn postgame show right around the corner, and you are listening to WatchBCSports.com, built by Islands Ace Hardware.
Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Island's Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Island's Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Benedictine alumni-owned Stacked Firewood Delivery, we're all about the best premium firewood, conveniently delivered in manageable stacks at the right price. We're talking kiln-dried, pest-free firewood. You see, our custom stack is equal to about 10 fires. Choose oak, cherry, hickory, or mixed hardwoods. Stacked Firewood Delivery. Go to stackedwood.com. That's stackedwood.com. At Benedictine alumni-owned Stacked Firewood, BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook.
Welcome back here to the Attorney Jonathan Dunn post-game show, brought to you by Attorney Jonathan Dunn. The firm has earned a well-respected reputation as fierce litigators, committed to providing exceptional legal representation to our clients. With over 20 years of experience in the legal field, Attorney Jonathan Dunn has honed his skills and expertise to cater to a wide range of legal needs, and their team is driven by the core values of integrity, compassion, and relentless dedication to our clients' best interests. The Cadets improved to 2-2, 31-3. They win it here over Westminster. And we'll chat with Danny Britt coming up here in just a little bit. But a much improved effort from BC here tonight as the Cadets run the football. We'll see what the final numbers are for them as well. But a big point of emphasis for Danny Britt going into the off week of we got to be able to run the football. We haven't been able to run the football. We haven't been able to force the issue along the offensive line, and that's a problem. And, well, tonight they were able to do that. A couple of big runs, kind of took them a drive, kind of got more in sync as the game went along. One real bad play offensively for Stephen Cannon with an interception. Had another interception kind of off a tip pass, but he was pretty good tonight as well. And you had a number of guys offensively really doing a tremendous job. Jack Ganem with a double pass, a halfback pass for a touchdown to Mekhi Williams. And defensively, they were spectacular. A couple of sacks tonight, 3 sacks tonight for Third Scroggins. Paul Thompson with a couple of sacks tonight. Camp Cody was all over the place. And those guys along the defensive front really did a great job tonight, and I'll be interested to see Danny Britt's reaction to that when he joins us up here for the post-game show here in just a little bit. But for right now, he's down there talking to the team. We'll go ahead and we will name our Stacked Firewood defensive player of the game. Coming up here. And tonight it could be a number of guys. We'll give it to Paul Thompson tonight. Had a big sack early on the second drive that kind of shut it down. Ended up with 2 sacks. He was making all kind of havoc tonight and really could go to the whole defensive front. They won't let us do that because it's the defensive player of the game. So tonight's Stacked Firewood delivery defensive player of the game going to be Paul Thompson, really doing a great job along that interior. And again, played some different roles. You saw him flip-flopping with Cam Cody on the inside, in to nose guard, into nose guard. They would flip around, kind of confusing the front of Westminster, and they just did a fabulous job disrupting, especially the second half, but all night long they were great. Second half really turned it up to another level. Paul Thompson, tonight's Stacked Firewood player of the game. Now time for our Cool Vibes Pizza player of the game. Now we did defensive player of the game. Time for our Cool Vibes Pizza player of the game. It could be a number of guys. Stephen Cannon had a nice night. Look, in the second half, he turned it up. Bubba Frazier, 2 touchdowns, had a fantastic catch there in the second half as well, where he was caught it, dropped it, and as he was falling to the ground, pulled it back in for a catch. He really played a nice ball game offensively. Jack Ganem again with a touchdown pass on the halfback pass. A number of guys you can give it to. We'll give it to Bubba Frazier, who again a 75-yard touchdown reception and a 56-yard touchdown run just in the second half tonight, and really blew that game wide open. So Bubba Frazier, our Cool Vibes Pizza player of the game. We'll come back. We'll look to chat with Danny Britt, who's wrapping up with his team down there on the field. Plenty to get to in this one as the Cadets improve to 2-2. Ware County, the Gators, waiting out there on the horizon for BC as region play begins coming up next week, and it starts counting extra special next week in region play. As the Attorney Jonathan Dunn postgame show rolls on, Danny Britt will look to have him join us next here up top of Memorial Stadium and recap this one. A lot to get to with him, and he'll join us when we come back here on the Jonathan Dunn postgame show. This is Watch BC Sports, built by Islands Ace Hardware.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Welcome back here to the Attorney Jonathan Dunn postgame show as we await Danny Britt talking with, I think, somebody from the Savannah Morning News downstairs. Cadets improved to 2-2. Ware County right around the corner as region play begins. And you get 2 of the tougher teams right out the chute. You get Ware County on the road, then you go to Warner Robins the next week. And getting a score update about 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Lincoln of Tallahassee beating Ware County 10-0 right now. So Ware not taking it easy by any stretch of the imagination as well. They have gone out in their non-region and played some tough teams. Played a Bartram Trail team out of Florida. Have really challenged themselves in the non-region, and they've overcome some adversity as well. So should be a great showdown there in the Swamp coming up next Friday night between Ware County and BC. And again, two teams that have been projected to potentially rematch for the state championship in 4A. That kind of talent there. Warner Robins, very good as well. And Perry, defending state champs, very good as well. And again, all four of those teams, I believe, in the top 8 out of the same region. So things are about to pick up. So I can't get too hung up on total wins and losses because I think whoever's number 4 out of this region is going to do some damage in the playoffs as well. But again, tonight, Cadets get to the run game. Defensively, they were on another level tonight and didn't allow Westminster to do much of anything in that second half, allowed just the one field goal in the first half. And really, outside the first couple of drives, Westminster did not much. They probably had, after the first 2 drives, maybe 50, 60 yards of total offense after the first 2 drives of the ball game. So credit that BC defense shutting it down, defensive front. Really did a lot of work tonight and got the job done for BC. And offensively, I thought after 2 weeks off, you kind of didn't know what to expect. You figured they'd be good, but maybe they were a little clunky coming out. Really, the first drive, you could see they were trying to establish the run and just didn't hit immediately and went 3 and out after that. The offense seemed to work pretty good. Had 2 unfortunate interceptions for Stephen Cannon. One was just not a good decision to throw the football, and it was picked off right at the goal line. The second one, it was a batted ball, and one of those things that happen in a football game. So 2 picks tonight for Stephen Cannon. Doesn't go to end up hurting you in any way, and the Cadets win the ball game very easily. I believe Coach Danny Britt on his way up here to chat with us, so we will step aside one more time, and we will be joined by Danny Britt when we return. This is the Attorney Jonathan Dunn postgame show led by Attorney Jonathan Dunn. The firm has earned a well-respected reputation as fierce litigators committed to providing exceptional legal representation to our clients. Attorney Jonathan Dunn helping us bring you the postgame show. We'll look to chat with Coach Britt when we come back. This is BC Sports on WatchBCSports.com.
Have I prepared enough? There'll be unexpected turns. When things get tough, I need to stick to the game plan. No regrets. I'm ready. Are you? Get ready. Contact Abel's Iron Moore & Associates today and see why they are different. Because nobody ever wishes they'd saved less for retirement.
You know, Christian, after a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Cool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Cool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Cool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Cool Vibes.
Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and Island's Ace Hardware is Savannah's own. 318 Johnny Mercer Boulevard in Wilmington Island. They're our hometown, locally owned Ace Hardware. From A to Z, they've got it all to help you get things done. Island's Ace Hardware is a proud BC sponsor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back here to the Attorney Jonathan Dunn post-game show. We'll get Coach Britt on the microphone here as we will recap a 31-3 victory. And, Coach, just general thoughts. You guys went 20 days without playing a football game and maybe could have come out a little rusty outside of maybe the first series. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, I thought we did come out a little rusty, and I guess that's to be expected. I wanted to see a little bit different. I want to see us just so excited to be ready to play the game. But yeah, I mean, we came out a little rusty, and then I think kind of cleared it up for the most part after that. And physically, I thought we were playing physical.
I was going to say, you mentioned to us after last game, running the football was a point of emphasis for you guys as coaches, saying, why can't we run the football the way we need to, we want to? I thought you guys kind of went out and tried to establish that tonight, and as the game went on, it certainly became a big piece for you.
Yeah, definitely. We were running the ball, and I think we'll look back in the offensive line wise, we were moving people, and that's what we wanted to see, some physical movement, and that was good, and certainly we were able to do that a little bit tonight.
And offensively, Stephen threw a couple of picks, one batted ball, one just a bad throw. Kind of evaluate his performance tonight. You did have a couple of short throws turn into long touchdowns for him as well.
Yeah, I don't think Stephen played very well, honestly, and I'm not knocking. I mean, obviously, I think he's incredible and gonna do really, really well. But that first one was really bad, and I haven't said a word to him the whole year other than just talking about leadership stuff. And I got on to him about that one because he had 15, 20 yards in front of him, get us down inside the 5-yard line, and then let us score there. And he tried to throw across his body and all those things you're not supposed to do. Now, the other one, he couldn't help it, just got batted down. Guy made a great play, really, to pick that off.
And again, Bubba Frazier as well. He's Bubba Frazier, a 75-yard touchdown reception and 56 yards on the ground in one play and 2 huge touchdowns for you.
Yeah. No, so he's Bubba, and that's what you want to get him the ball as much as you can and get him in space, and he is really dangerous once he gets in space.
Now, Coach, what I really wanted to talk to you about, because, hey, you're a defensive guy. I mean, you had to love what you were seeing out of your guys tonight. Those front four, I said it on the air, and I'll get your thoughts. I don't know if they got blocked in the second half because they were all over the place.
They did, and I think, but part of it was the coaches do an incredible job. For Westminster, their kids are really smart and do a good job of executing their scheme. So I think they came out and they had their scheme, and that's how they moved the ball. And then once Coach Houston figured that out, we physically dominated them from that point forward. And you're right, the front guys, certainly third and Cameron were just really getting after it, and they had big games. I think defensively, we played really physical and excited for that.
And again, defensively, that's one of those things you don't take a week off defensively with those guys. But being physical up front, I mean, it was almost your back seven has played really well for you all year. But right. Second half, you didn't need that much because, I mean, it was disruption from the snap.
Yeah, and I think the back seven they did a good job. I thought they made some good physical plays too. But yeah, that the front four, including third, just really did a good job of getting after quarterback. And at the end there, those guys were tired, and third just kind of ate.
It was fun to watch. Well, Coach, this is the end of season 1, as you like to say. We get ready for season 2 next week in region play. And well, as you said from the beginning, they don't get any easier. And you guys got to go to Waycross and play a Ware County team. They were losing to Lincoln of Tallahassee at last check, so they're going to be a wounded team looking to make a message. Obviously, in week 1 of region play as well. What can you tell us about that one?
I don't know a ton about Ware other than how much I know about them from playing them for so many years and knowing Coach Strickland. They're going to be really good. That's going down there is just always hard. If we had them here, I'd feel a lot better. But going to their Memorial Stadium is really hard to do. So we know it's going to be an absolute battle. We knew this coming into the region. So we got to get ready. We got to get healed up, have a good weekend. And 7 a.m. Monday, we're back in the film room and in the weight room and getting after it.
And Coach, you guys pride yourself on football guys are like creatures of consistency and habit, and this season has been anything but that. It's just you played on a Saturday, then you went to Atlanta, then you had 20 days off. So kind of now a 5-week run of normalcy, hopefully, here for your team.
That's what we're hoping, and you're right. We all love the consistency to say, hey, Monday's Monday, and each day's each day. And we're going to be able to do that, Good Lord willing. Now, hey, maybe I shouldn't have said that because, we'll have a hurricane, 6 days from now, if we're not careful. So we hope there will be consistency and we'll know what's happening and we'll know our schedule. But, hey, if that doesn't happen, we'll plan it out and go from there.
And, Coach, finally, health-wise, as you get ready, you talked about, hey, we need to be ready for the region push from a health standpoint, and then obviously you get an off week and the playoff start. You want to be ready for that as well. Health-wise, how do you guys stand getting ready for that final half-season push here?
I don't know. It's been absolutely crazy. We had guys, out from the smallest of things. I'm not saying the injuries were small.
Right.
The way they were injured, and then we had a couple guys go out tonight. And I think, honestly, with Isaac, it was more of he was scared. Which I get it. He had so he went down. He thought he was hurt again. It came out. He was okay. So he was able to go back in and continue playing. Right. He's just going to have to start trusting that again. And I get that. That's normal, very normal, I think. Certainly for a 15-year-old kid. Chase went out in the first quarter. I think first drive even wasn't. And they seem to feel like he'll be okay. He was in a boot, but I think they feel like they can get him back pretty quickly. So hopefully that's the case.
Well, there you go. Big win tonight, back to 2-2 in Ware County next week. Coach, we appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Coach Danny Britt joining us here post-game show as the Cadets win it 31-3 and improve to 2-2. We will see you next week in Waycross at Memorial Stadium. Christian Gokel and myself will be there. We'll have the video for you as well from Ware County. Cadets, a big winner tonight. Region play starts next week, and we'll see you then on WatchBCSports.com. Good night, everybody.